Fellas, we back. Season 3. Not starting in Albuquerque, starting in Mexico. We
No
out in the
mas.
desert. No mas. We'll talk about the title of this episode in a second. But we're in the town, man. We see individuals crawling on their stomachs. Um, belly, just crawling through. This is
Mo
one of
held up the
those.
Taco Bell for the Mexican.
I missed it. What would he do?
We drinking out of Taco Bell cup. So you said we in Mexico. He held up the Taco Bell. That's why Mo is one of the funniest people on the planet Earth.
That's how we start
And
in
it's an
season 3,
old
y'all.
school Taco Bell
Hey,
too.
now it's actually it ain't got nothing
It's
on
a
your dare
retro
ain't got
too.
nothing on your dare shirt, but
The
this
dare
is
shit.
yeah, but this is literally like I got it when they was doing a nostalgia run, so I normally use this when I'm on my other show, but I like it's now
Yeah,
become my like podcast cup. So
I like it. I like it.
Your podcast cup, huh? All right. Oh yeah. Um, we in this village in Mexico. Men, women, they crawling on their bellies. They in the desert. All of a sudden, you see this Mercedes pull up. Two men come out. Looks like they're related. Looks like they could be twins. Looks like they could be brothers. In reality, they're cousins. We don't know this yet, but I will let everybody know they are cousins, the Salamanca cousins. Um, they both wearing they're dressed differently from everybody on the ground. They got these cowboy boots with these skulls on the end of them. The camera makes sure they highlights that part of it, and then they end up going to a shrine for Santa Muerte, which is a deity for is representing death, pretty much. And you see them put up a picture of Heisenberg, and that is our cold open as we enter season 3. Fellas, what are we thinking as Breaking Bad is back? Breaking Bad is back. I said that right. Lou, once again, another idea for putting Lou around, put a camera around Lou, see his reaction as you're watching this, and you see a bunch of people just on their stomachs crawling with no explanation. What's going on in your head? What are you thinking?
Mm. When I first watched it, I do remember the first watch of this. And it was interesting then because you was like, okay, what is this? What's gonna come from it? On this rewatch, knowing that jack shit comes from it, it was like, bro, get this shit the fuck out of here. Like, I don't like what I don't care what's going on in some like I don't care that this was the introduction to these twins. I do like their characters. I do like the speed that they changed of the show. Like it's a different show with them in this, and just the mystery that surrounds them. But the introduction don't work. This didn't. This was fell flat on a
Well,
rewatch.
did
First
did
watch, it does work.
does it work? Okay, never mind. You answered my question. First watch it does work. Second watch it doesn't.
I think the end of this episode should have been the beginning. I think that would have been the better introduction to the Salamanca twins,
The
cousins,
cousins here, they're
cousins.
cousins. They're real. The actors are real life brothers, but they play cousins
Oh,
on the
oh, the
show.
flip on it. All right, I
Yeah,
didn't. Okay, I thought it
they're
was
brothers in real life, but they play cousins on the show.
okay. Cool. Um, but I do think that the ending to me would have been a little bit of a better introduction. Like again, I'm sure one of our listeners will educate us on like what's the crawl about, just like they did with them, with them playing the music, you know, doing a dope boy music song that they did in season 2. It didn't really bother me. I mean, I was just glad to see the Salamanca twins, you know what I'm saying? And then we obviously know the connection to Tuco, so
Well, we didn't know that at this point, did we?
well,
Have we
no, we,
met them
we didn't
before?
we didn't know it, but I mean
Okay.
the from the Better Call Saul people that know what we talk about. But yeah, that was kind of it. I didn't gather a ton from it. It was an interesting scene, like why are they crawling, but I don't know what to make of it really.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Breaking Bad does, where they just, in their own way, welcome us back to the world. We get some new characters, no explanation. Um, just these two
It
guys.
says
They do a good job where these are the ones that you want to focus on. Obviously, the camera focus, but also they stood out amongst the crowd and everybody pulling up in the Mercedes and the nice suits.
it
And
says
they have a menacing look. Go ahead, Lou.
this act is a ritual as a display of humility, devotion, and a mandaya, MANDA, a vow of penitence for protection and success in their quest for revenge against Heisenberg.
Ritual being the actual crawling on the
The
stomach
crawl.
part.
Hmm.
Okay, got you. Appreciate you looking that up.
Yeah,
'Cause
thank you.
I
Yeah.
know it means something.
Yeah.
You know, just about what it is. So,
Hmm.
yeah, that's about it. But we back. We back. And not only is Breaking Bad back, but no more half measures. Let's go ahead and get into the show. What's the word, good people? Back at it again. No more half measures of Breaking Bad podcast. We are here for season 3. I'm your host, Rich, joined by the legend Spike Lou and the world class Maurice Hunt III. Fellas, how y'all doing, man? Welcome back. Good to be back.
Good to be back, man. Hope they missed us. Got a good. I feel like a better ride for season 3 than we've had up
Yeah.
until this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Mo, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Only thing better than Folgers in your cup is this no more half measures in your ears. You know what I mean? So we back.
I don't
I
even know how
thought
you
I
got
thought
there.
a mochaccino joke was coming.
No.
I thought it was coming.
That's
We
just
ain't do no
new
mic.
mochaccino.
This is real live editing, y'all. We ain't about to edit this out either. We ain't doing no mic check beforehand. How I'm sounding, producer?
You sound good. Give me a little bit more.
Check.
Oh,
1 2 1
jeez.
2.
A little bit more. Hey, there's a funny thing. Somebody left a comment over at Good Earners about us doing the pause thing, but you sound good, Spike.
What's the comment?
He was just like, "Y'all too old to be doing the pause thing," and I'm like, "Bruh,
Get it.
I wish
have a sense of humor, bro.
I really wish that we could have replied, but it was already after the fact, and I already chopped it into 2-part episodes, so it is what it is." But I was just like, "Bruh,
get a sense of humor, bro. It's funny. It's funny. It's a joke.
yes, we're ignorant. Let us have it. Let us have it. You don't like it, turn it off. Like this."
We are ignorant, and I'm excited to bring this ignorance back to the feeds, man.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back, as I said before. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're all a part of a number of other podcasts as well. So if you follow us on socials, all that information can be found in the episode description. You can find everything that we're a part of. Also, email us, no more half measures pod at gmail.com. Write us on Instagram, NMHM _ Breaking Bad pod. If you do write in, we will read your comment on the air and respond to it. And speaking of, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and see, fellas, what we got building up and what the people have been saying while we've been going. As I pull this up, the first thing is going to be a YouTube comment from City of Troy. This is for season 2, episode 11, Mandala. I think Breaking Bad blows Snowfall out of the water. Snowfall was more consistent when it first started compared to this. But once John Singleton died, RIP, the show went downhill. I think a better comparison would have been Snowfall versus Power. Any response to that, fellas?
No,
That's nuts.
nah.
I think Snowfall and Breaking Bad are on the same tier, and I think Power is maybe 2 tiers below them.
Yeah, they probably about 2 tiers. What does Dan feel that way?
In what sense?
A sidebar. Just does Dan feel that way about Breaking Bad and Snowfall? Like as far as Snowfall right there?
I think he has them comparable since he's finished it. Yeah, like he compared them. Like he was a fan of Snowfall. He fucked with it.
Nah, he was tying it all into our conversation, but they're right there. I don't. It didn't fall when John Singleton wasn't involved. There's a few things I noticed differently. Like I think definitely how it was directed a little bit. It didn't have the same kind of 80s look to it. That was the strongest thing I seen. But as far as storytelling goes, I wouldn't say that. No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah,
it would have been better, but
there was a drop off with Breaking Bad. I mean, excuse me, with Snowfall. I do admit that, like the tiger and shit, like infamously. But I think from start to finish,
I thought that was early.
Nah, that was late. That was late. The tiger shit was that was like, what the fuck are we doing here? But they bounced back from that in that last season, wrapped it up really well. Like I would put, I think I can't give one the edge over the other. I think Breaking Bad and Snowfall right there together. Like they both.
I need to go back and watch Snowfall. I just
Snowfall a better
rewatch
rewatch too.
One season in the middle, the one where he was in the cane. after Melanie had shot him the season before. That season where he was on the cane, I remember not liking that as much.
Yeah.
But I need to go back and watch it as a whole just to kind of see how it holds up. And we can go ahead and finish Snow School as well.
That's a fact. That is a fact.
We got a Spotify comment from Goody Jenkins. Another great, I'm not sure which, this was for season 2, episode 13, ABQ. Another great pod, fellas. Spike calling Don Draper Tony Draper had me thinking about hoes with no clothes showing love.
In the
Shake
love.
that ass in the club,
Ass in the
nigga.
club,
What?
nigga. What?
The good old Suave House days. Shout out to Goody Jenkins.
Yeah, shout out to you, Goody.
Appreciate that. We got another one for YouTube comment from Kiori. Same episode, the finale of season 2, ABQ. Damn, y'all got us out here like Johnny Cakes for 2 weeks. You got to wait for that. But thank you for a great run from seasons 1 and 2. To be honest, this watch got me concerned for the rest of the series if it'll live up to his legacy at all. But this pod is better than Tony Soprano and Chasing It. You turned some BS into a million. You ain't got to ask if I think I know what you're doing. Can't wait for the next season. We appreciate you, Kiori.
Shout out Kiori, man. I saw him rocking out on stage, man, on his IG stories, man.
Damn.
Yeah, he was rocking out with him and his homeboy.
No doubt, man.
Hey, yeah. Shout out to
Kiori.
shout out to
yeah, because I think he gave his boy a birthday shout out, and
Yeah.
he was on stage with him. So yeah, I did see that.
No, that's dope. I did want to say. I just did want to say. Don't you think I know what I'm doing? Like that whole thing of just But hey, I do like that. Some of the listeners are coming in with like trying to be unbiased as us and looking at it with a real lens. I know there's a listener in here that's got smoke for us, and I did pre-read this, so I'm interested to see what y'all think when we get there.
Okay, bet. I think I saw it. We got two more emails yet. We got an email from Ashley, or excuse me, a DM from Ashley. Appreciate you, Ashley.
Yes, sir.
Hey, fellas.
No sister?
No.
The
mixed queen.
Fellas. Just wanted to drop a line. I'm a bit behind on the pod. Just started season 2, episode 8, but just started season 2 finale. I had to comment on the conversations about work husbands. It reminded me of that Drewski skit. It's all fun until the spouse pulls up. Women know too if their men have a work wife and will make their presence known just like men. I also enjoy the Action Jacks email. They are top tier and well done. I hope you all are doing well and keep up the good work. We definitely
Thank you, Ashley.
And shout out to Ashley, man. She stay tapping in periodically.
Spoken like someone who has a work husband.
You don't do it like that. Hey, she our peoples.
No, so she get the joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke.
Get the joke. It's a joke. I don't. I bet she laughed at that.
We got an email. This is from Matt. Shout out to Matt, man.
This one.
The title: The constant comparisons to The Sopranos are unfair. I think I might have mentioned this before.
He must be new here. He's new here.
Let's see. Let's give Matt a shot. Let's give Matt a shot and see what's going on. All right. Because Breaking Bad was never that fucking boring. Hello, all. I want to say I'm thoroughly enjoying the podcast. The perspectives are interesting and it's enjoyable to look at things differently. I have to say, y'all are way too harsh on Breaking Bad and the characters. For context, I've seen Breaking Bad all the way through around 5 times. It is probably my second favorite show behind the wire. All right, Matt, you in good grace already. I've tried watching The Sopranos I've tried watching The Sopranos 3 different times. Each attempted rewatch fails because the show is ridiculously boring. I've watched seasons 1 to 2 3 times all the way through. I am on my 3rd watch and have just powered through 1, 2, and 3 and have just started season 4. It is finally getting interesting in reference to The Sopranos. There have been so many times you guys talk about the storylines in Breaking Bad that no one cares about or are boring, i.e. Hank in El Paso, showing he can still perform and applying the tourniquet after the turtle head blows up and applying the tourniquet after the turtle head blows up after just having a panic attack. Or Jesse taking care of the kid, showing his humanity and how out of his realm he is in this criminal underworld. But these add so much depth to the characters and move the story along. It really doesn't make any sense when I watch these boring-ass Soprano episodes. For example, the episode where Paulie and Chris lose the Russian in the woods in the winter. How are those 2 made men captains able to get taken out by a guy with a shovel? I don't care if he was in the Russian army and took out 16 guys. Y'all have guns and are standing close enough that he can take both of you out. These are the nincompoops and doofuses that Spike is always calling the Breaking Bad characters. After watching this pointless episode, I had to listen to the Good Earners podcast, and I was in disbelief the entire time. Saying this is a top 5 Sopranos episode, it felt so pointless, and I started feeling resentment towards the show. LMAO. I know not everything is for everyone, but this left me so confused. The Breaking Bad characters are getting flack for every decision they make, but they are all out of their element. These mob guys are part of the world, and they don't get half the criticism. Getting into Sopranos season 4, things are starting to get a little bit more interesting, so it's getting easier to stick with. But holy shit, nearly every episode before this felt like I was watching the Fly episode from Breaking Bad. It's actually a bit offensive. I appreciate you guys keeping everything spoiler free. I am curious to see where things go, but I can't believe how much of a chore it was to get to this point. Thanks for the content. I look forward to it every week now that I'm caught up. Matt.
Shout out to Matt, man. We appreciate
Shout out to Matt,
the
man.
feedback.
Shout
I
out
love
Constructive
the smoke.
feedback.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nah, I guarantee he's seen Sopranos come up a ton in comparison to The Wire and Breaking Bad. Probably fed up with people talking about it because he don't like it like everybody else. And obviously came across our pod, and we happen to have that. I think he makes some good points. You still can never convince me that you go 2 for 2 seasons of these two, go first and second of Breaking Bad, first and second Sopranos, and you can't convince me that Breaking Bad is better 2 seasons in.
Here's what I'll say in response. I wonder what my next rewatch of Breaking Bad is going to be, the one that I'm really interested in. Because part of this is actually knowing that we have to talk about this show. I'm not just watching it just to watch it and like kind of just floating through it. I wonder what I'd be thinking if I didn't have to come up with something to say. I wonder if I view this season different, or the first 2 seasons different. I don't know if there's an answer. I don't know if it's going to change at all, but I am curious to see that. I still think Sopranos is in his own league compared to Breaking Bad. However, I respect the opinion.
Yeah, but thanks, Matt. I do like the objectivity. I love it. We don't all have to agree, and I love that you still tuning into our show. You could have cut it off and be like, I can't get with these guys. They talk about Sopranos. I don't like it like that. I don't like how hard they're going on Breaking Bad. But shout out to you for choosing us as your Breaking Bad podcast. So yeah, keep writing in each episode, man.
I'll say I get it. I understand his email. He's such a big fan of Breaking Bad. I can understand. And I've heard people say that about The Sopranos. Like Mike said that, Ken said that about The Sopranos. So I get it, but it's one of those shows where like you got to be interested in that like mafia like lifestyle. Like that's the reason that it hits so hard for me. So I can understand someone who's just into like it's TV. I'm into it for the TV factor of it, not the other stuff that we talked about on Good Earners, not the mafia, your whole intro mode of Fly, and we looking at the style of it. We looking at just how they character themselves as characters. So I get what he's saying.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't disagree with it. It's great constructive feedback. I just disagree. I just totally disagree.
Yeah.
I'm like that with Madman. Like I like how he feels about Sopranos is how I'm feeling like trying to finish Madman. I'm finally on the last season, and I could get why people think this is a great show, but I don't. I just don't. There's nothing there for me.
Comparing seasons 1 through 3 of Sopranos to the Fly is
nuts.
That's all. But
I
again,
know what you're doing there. I know what you're doing, man.
He got to step up for his show. You know what I mean? Somebody got to do it.
I know what he's doing. I respect it. I respect it.
You got to do that.
100%. And we got to end the emails. He hasn't gone anywhere. He's still here, still showing up, still batting 1,000. Acid Jacks, Chemical Reactions, titled ABQ, SOS, BBQ. Fellas, I'm writing this one from the plane. So it's a bit weird to be going over the season 2 finale while strapped into an airborne steel tube somewhere over the Pacific. Especially considering the day your ABQ episode dropped, there was a real life airline incident at LaGuardia involving a flight traffic
Facts.
controller mistake. Understandably, I won't go into it, whatever happened there. Anyway, I
Whatever
still got to
happened
send
there?
you. Anyway, I still got to send you Table of Skanks a bottle of champagne for holding it down through the rough waters of season 2. As Rich said, sometimes we all have to smile at some bullshit. I don't even remember saying that. But when I tell folks, maybe I did it. Maybe that's part of the humor. But when I tell folks about the work you do over here, well, to quote Dr. Kennedy, lying about them ugly ass babies, it feels good to say it and mean it. That's good.
That's
That's
good.
good. That's good.
Ah,
I won't sell your sausage samples more than that. And I'll try not to gas you guys up other than just to say you boys always add the sauce, and I'm sure you will smoke season 3. Speaking of smoking, question for Spike. Now you finish Mad Men, the people got to know, where does Don White's Betty sit in the pantheon of
oh my
bad TV
fucking
bitches?
God. Oh, bad, like fine or like bad wives?
He said bad.
Oh, she
I don't
fine.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She
She
okay.
fine. I ain't finished yet. I got the last season to go, but she is on the next level. She is a ugh. She right there with what we used to think Skyler was. Peak terrible Carmela. Like she's right. Ugh, Betty's disgusting.
Dang.
I just put it that way. She is disgusting.
I think I know what he meant because in the next phrase, he writes, "Look, if you ask me, Betty is a smoke show up there with the hottest lead actress of any show,
Oh,
literally
facts.
for 90% of the time on screen anyway." Shout out to Jenny
She
Sack.
fine.
But I must confess, pregnant chain smoking, cheating hoe, shotgun shooting, inappropriate with minors, vindictive, littering, racist, horse riding, Italian speaking, daughter slapping, fat for a minute Betty gives even Dothead Parvati a run for her money of wildest behavior
Facts.
on screen women. I
He ain't
loathe
lying.
her. But
He
damn, I
ain't
will knock
lying.
but damn, I will knock the lung cancer out of that ass.
Bro, she was 8
Okay.
months pregnant smoking cigarettes and drinking. Like, fuck it. She was in her bag. She's like, oh,
Hey, man.
baby.
Hey,
What?
let the kids figure it out,
Oh,
That's
okay.
what she was like.
huh? God.
He said, next sentence, okay, I don't want to trigger Mo with any more Mad Men talk. I've said my piece, Chrissy. Some other observations before the plane hits the water. Rich, George Jefferson looking about to blaze it halfway through the episode on some silly shit. Telling Mo he doesn't fit like Vito was a heinous statement.
Well, I don't even know the reference. It's been a little bit.
I don't know, man. I be saying some wild shit.
Damn.
And it's funny you
Found
mentioned
you,
talking about.
George Jefferson.
Hey, see that shit, man. You see how I just let that shit slide, man.
I couldn't.
The growth. The growth.
Hey, man, it is what it is, man. You just gotta accept yourself. Shout out to J. Cole. Love yours, man.
Right.
But the
Damn,
other
that's
part of
funny.
it, that is funny. That's why I can't even say shit, man. I appreciate the humor. I'm about to start pulling up with a do-rag on, even though I'm bald.
You can
Just
get that
piss
off.
niggas off.
Get your
Yeah, just
get your
piss niggas
get your
off.
get your body on.
They got a new
Oh.
cut for bald people where they fade the back, just a little back part.
Oh, yeah, they
Have you seen
wild.
that on Instagram?
All right.
Hey, if we do the wire, man, you got to come through every episode. Do rag.
I got you. That's easy. That's
Fire.
easy.
Fire.
It's funny you mentioned something about trying to blaze halfway through just because of the conversation we had before this recording.
Ah.
Go
Mo.
listen to man.
Mo, 3-minute voicemail leaving, flaunting the fresh fade while mushing the kid off screen. Protect Mo at all costs.
Why did he keep
Bro,
doing
that shit
this?
was- that shit was
It's like, bro,
hilarious.
this is 5 episodes ago. He's still.
It was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Spike, flipping Flynn's crutches straight out of the Carter to the barbershop. Enough said. I'll cut it there. But before I go, the 5-minute aside about phone message etiquette with some Curb Your Enthusiasm level hilarity, I was dining out on that one. That's not a diss. Very much had me considering leaving a message on the Another Week in the Books phone line. Hit the number up. Season 3, bring it on. Your boys are hitting your stride. You boys are hitting your stride. Big up Flynn. Peace. Aunt Acid Jax, a.k.a. the one who writes. Oh, man.
Yes, sir.
Acid Jax.
Yes, sir.
What can I say, man? Legendary work once again.
Yes, sir.
Legendary work.
Facts.
But as I mentioned, we are here. Season 3, Episode 1. No mas. There will be spoilers and explicit content. And the title of the episode, No Mas, means no more. Of course, if you're a boxing fan, you know Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard had a famous fight where Roberto Duran said no mas. And of course, it relates to Walt pretty much saying, no more meth game for me. I'm out. I'm serious this time. I want my family back. I've lost too much. I'm at a crossroads. The episode premiered March 21st, 2010, directed by Bryan Cranston, and written by Vince Gilligan. The show is currently streaming on Netflix if you're trying to catch it. And Spike, do we have a synopsis for this episode?
Brother Rich, we do have a synopsis. Albuquerque responds to the deadly plane crash. Walt deals with being alone. Skyler explores separation routes from Walt, and Jesse's in rehab. Also, Skyler is ready for divorce and has a big revelation to Walt as far as his occupation nowadays. Also, there are two twins that are headed to Albuquerque and they mean business. This is season 3, episode 1, entitled No Mas.
I'm just gonna let everybody know right now. These niggas gonna get called twins a lot. I know they cousins. I'm telling y'all, we know they cousins, but they're gonna get called twins a lot. I'm just because I know there's somebody. I know there's somebody out there listening that's like yelling right now. Guys are cousins. We know. But they're gonna be called twins.
Well, we call them Salamanca twins. That's how we've always,
In the hood, they would have been twins. So we gonna call them
black
twins.
people. And if black people give you a nickname, that means you good. So.
Yeah, look at Denzel. Actually, we just found out Raven Simone. That ain't even how you say her name. It's Simone. She's always had the asterisk.
God, she can ride out.
She can, but still, it's like that. Just how it is.
Yeah, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
You've been famous for 40 years, and one day decide to wake up.
Now your name is Simone. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, all right, y'all. We back in Albuquerque. Obviously the cold open took us to Mexico. We're officially back in Albuquerque, and there's news coverage of this crash. There are witness accounts. The death toll is at 167. I don't know if y'all know, but Bryan Cranston's wife was the witness talking to the news.
Oh.
Yeah, that's his real wife. And
she did a good job.
His real daughter is the girl in the gymnasium who mentions, sometimes it's hard to believe that there's a God and why would he want this to happen? That girl, that's his daughter. So with him directing, he cast both of them in these parts.
Hey, man.
Shout that out.
That is definitely something I would do.
Yeah, of course. Why not, man? Keep the family in there. But we also learned info about the flights and that everything happened because of an error caused by a 19-year veteran, Donald Margolis, who we know as Jane's dad. People were questioning, as I mentioned on the finale, we're questioning why is he already at work after 5 weeks, right? Why do you not have some kind of psych evaluation just to make sure you're ready for such an important job? But we see Walt outside the pool in his robe. He's lighting matches, throwing them in the pool. We don't know. Let me ask y'all, is he ridden with guilt right now? Or is he just sad about the divorce? Or is it all the above? Not the divorce, but the separation, or is it all of the above?
Real quick about Bryan Cranston's daughter. She playing the Pit too.
Nah, I didn't know.
Yeah, she the girl with the glasses that has autism.
Okay, I didn't even know. Shout out to them. But yeah, not only about the guilt, but even continuing that conversation, he opens up the grill and places the money in there. I guess he's looking at this as blood money. It's bad for him. He puts the lighter fluid to it, lights it up, and then you see his face. And I just want to say right now, the expression acting from Bryan Cranston in this episode was top tier. It's like Hall of Fame level, where he says so much without saying anything at all. He lights it on fire, and before he realizes, I'm a selfish, miserable prick, and I can't do this. This just isn't part of me. He can't watch that money burn, even dumps it into the pool to save it. So going back, as we talk about this scene, is Walt's mood the guilt of the crash? Is it the separation from Skyler? Is it the crossroads in his life? Is it all of it combined? What are y'all thoughts as you see Walt in his backyard in his robe, just looking like he's going through it?
First watch, you're thinking it's obviously from all of the lives that were lost on the flight, but I think this time it's very clear that it's not about them. It's definitely about Skyler. That was like one of the driving forces for him getting into the meth game outside of his, his health and, all of those things. But I think that's where the writing is they're starting to write up, in my opinion, because it is making you think like, dang, you feel so guilty until you get more reveals throughout the episode. It's more of, let me detour this thing where I can make it not my fault. He's more concerned about it not being his fault than it actually is about guilt. The money thing is like kind of like, because I got this money is what caused us to be me and my wife to separate. So I think it's more about Skyler than anything. It would have been nice, like first time around, morality wise, we're looking at like, oh, Walt he's going through it, he's back and forth. But every time when he has a moment to be moral, he doesn't go that way. We've seen it with Jane. Like he was back and forth about, should he let her live, should he let her rock out? And he just let her rock out. So
I think that this is grandiose about Walt. Again, first watch, yeah, I kind of maybe agree with Mo. There's some guilt there. There's some things lingering from Skyler separating from him. But on this watch and talking about it with you brothers, this is just Walt being Walt. Like, bro, this is a performance. Even in front of nobody, you still trying to fool yourself that I'm gonna burn this money in the grill and I'm gonna like it's blood money, like all the things that you were saying, Mo. But it was just it never rung true. Like he don't feel that way, nigga. You want that money. That's why you threw it in the pool and almost burnt yourself. But like it's so grandiose by Walt, and it's just it's an act. There's no real meaning or feeling there to it. It's just, dare I say, a scene. Bryan Cranston did a great job with it, but this doesn't show us anything about him. This doesn't lead to any past. This is just Walt being Walt, in my opinion. This is performative
So
in front of nobody.
well, that's the thing. I just want to pose the question, and I'm curious to get y'all thoughts on this. Is it possible to be? Is he performative for himself? Is he trying to convince himself that
He
he's
trying to
not this
convince
person?
himself that he's a real person. Like, no,
Where does
you're
that?
a
What do
piece
you?
of shit, bro.
And I guess it doesn't matter because we know the end result. We know the end answer is we know you ain't shit. So I guess how you get there doesn't really matter. But I do wonder what's going on in his brain when he does decide to put that money there. Like, does he honestly believe he's that person? Is he trying to do it because he wants to be that person? I always wonder what's going on through his head when he makes those decisions because, like you said, it doesn't make sense. We know you're not this person, so why even go through with the act? And I feel like as we get deeper into the series, he loses those things. Like he stops the performative shit. And he's like, "Yo, I am." He embraces it. And a lot of this episode, when you think about the Jesse part of it, is embracing your true self and embracing the things that you've done. You either face it or you run from it. And I think that might be a parallel with the whole Walt of it all, as he's still trying to fight it. He's trying to fight who he is. And maybe that's the answer to that question because
it probably
it's like,
is.
bro, why are you? Yeah,
That's
bro, why are you doing this? Like, we know
that's a
you
good
ain't
point.
this.
You
I think
actually
that's why this.
No, I was gonna say you're spot on because not just the Jesse line, but the leader of the meeting where he was like, "Yeah, I think y'all here to like,
Self-improvement
self improve versus what was the other thing he had said instead?
I'm about to find it in my notes. I
Okay,
definitely wrote it down.
self improve versus I don't know if it's like embracing or something, but this is a moment. It is a parallel where it's like this is a moment where Walt is doing this, thinking it's going to self improve, and if he can let this much money burn up, he can break good, and he couldn't. You know what I mean? And we'll see a later scene after the conversation with Jesse. We see the 180 of what Walt is doing, and so that's
See,
a
I
good
think
point.
that's why that is a good point, and I think that's why this scene irritates me so much in rewatches because we've established in our conversations, at least in my opinion, he's already broken bad.
Okay.
But they're still trying to manipulate us as viewers to think that he's dealing with this dilemma when I know he's not. You just watched a woman die, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You don't give a fuck about having blood money. You want to spend that money. You made that money. It's a pride factor for you in a sense of even having that.
Mm-hmm.
So even this scene with him dealing with, oh, I'm going to burn the money, like this is very performative. And I feel like it was for us, the viewers, to still have a glimmer of hope to what you said, Mo, that, oh, man, he still maybe can break good. Maybe he's feeling bad about all this. I don't believe any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying pretty much that once somebody reaches a point where that's bottom, There's nothing else that can change
I
it.
know,
So
yeah, it's over with.
there's no more room for Walt to have something worse happen because as bad as Jane was, the plane crash was worse. So maybe somebody out there looking can say, well, the plane crash is the one that actually turned Walt around. It sounds like you're saying, hey, if you let something like that happen to Jane, you don't give a fuck about nothing.
Yeah.
You don't.
10
That's
planes
where
can crash
exactly
and you
where
don't
I'm
care
at.
about that. Okay, gotcha.
That's
Yeah,
exactly where
and
I'm
then
at.
and we got to remember he whacked Crazy 8.
Yeah,
He was still very much in the school professor vibe, and that's season 1. We got to always remember he already whacked somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I always look at that as survival necessary. Like especially it was him or me. But I get what you're saying. Like and we get a Crazy 8 reference this episode too. But going back to your point, Mo, it was self acceptance versus self improvement. That was a conversation that was being had. We'll get there soon. But we go to Skyler, our first time seeing her this season. She's meeting with a divorce attorney and wants things to be as quick and easy as possible. The attorney tells her it's best if she stays and he leaves, so it's better for custody. You can see the look on her face and the concern. The kids need to stay with me. Do you have a good understanding of your husband's financial situation? Obviously, we know the events of what's going on and how Skyler found out in the season 2 finale. So that was an obvious question. And you can see the look. Once again, I talk about expression acting from Bryan Cranston. Same to Anna Gunn. Incredible job this episode. Leave no stone unturned. You'd be amazed at what I've seen partners hide from each other. This is the information she's getting. Question for you, both of you, very simple. Were either one of you surprised that she took it to the divorce attorney right away?
I think this is the exact opposite of the scene with Walt. Like that was performative. God knows who he was doing that for, even with no one around. But this is Skyler saying, "Nah, I don't fuck with what you're doing." Like we learn at the end of the episode, she has an idea of what's going on. That makes a lot more sense in this scene after you've watched the complete episode where she's right here talking to the divorce lawyer. Like, there's no way I can move forward with this dude. Like, we have to see her gradually break bad due to circumstances that are presented to her. But the original Skylar that we're introduced to up until this point, or to the point that she breaks, it's like, nah, I don't deal with that. I'm not gonna deal with that. There's no way. Like, she was literally sick to her stomach in a later scene when they have a realization of where we're at right now. And I think this is perfect as far as the yin and the yang of their relationship right now. Like, she legit can't do this, and I believe her.
yeah, I think I actually respected it again. Like we are kind of on our Skylar campaign because she's just blown our minds on this rewatch of just like, okay, she already low key is better than Carmela. Guess what? Shout out to you, Matt. um, already, better than Carmela in the sense because I really respected how she held it down here. And this is because let me say this for the Breaking Bad listeners, people that have been listening. Now they're getting in their bag. Okay, let's get that out the way. I know we've given them a lot of gripe about things we didn't like and didn't care about. They're in their bag now. So that I just want to make sure I'm clear in that. So
Agreed.
when Carmela does this, they don't give us the reveal that she knows. And I can't wait till we get to the big reveal when she says it. But the way she's holding it down, even in this, I respected her straight. And this is like, again, me and Rich, this is like our first rewatch. So I'm not knowing, oh, at the end of the episode, it's coming out right now. So in this moment, I'm just thinking like, yo, I don't know what my husband's doing, but I don't even want you looking into it. And even just from that angle, before I get the reveal, the fire. So I respected her totally in that sense. Like, look, I ain't even looking for nothing. I just want to sever, go on about my business because her biggest issue is like, bruh, the level of lying, and we've seen like we talked about them having their white caps, so to speak, and the level of lying that she compiled on him. It's like, yeah, we definitely done. I don't even know who you are anymore. So it makes sense.
But all right, we don't know it at the time, so it doesn't. You don't think about it. You don't know what conversation they've had since we've gotten to the divorce attorney. But no conversation at all. You know what I mean? Like
But
at
she's
least to make
tried.
some sort of sense. Well, he wanted. Well, all right, you're right. I'm not going to sit here and kick for Walt. I'm not. He definitely. We went over it numerous times. Walt should have been told her. I don't know if it would have changed anything. Especially with her reaction going back to Lou's point about this wasn't performative from her. I think once she found out there was some bullshit going on, like we'll get to it later, but when she got to his apartment, she was on some, let me out of here before I throw up. Like it ain't that deep, Skyler, but to her it is.
Yeah, it is.
And that fits who she is. That fits her character.
Right.
He's taken her to a point. Like we don't. I think that first time you watch it, we had so much disdain for Skyler because once again we look at Walt as the protagonist, and we also was like, why you getting in the way of him being great and he doing it for you? Now that we know that that's all bullshit, it's really like a tragedy for Skyler. Like you were robbed of who you probably really were to some degree. Now she did do the Jesse shit and pulled up to his crib and stopped selling weed to my husband or whatever the case is, but I don't know. Either way, anything else to say before we move on to the next scene?
No.
All right. Well, I know we mentioned that, Walt could be talking about he could be upset about the plane crash. He could be upset about, the separation, but he also could be upset that it's moving day. Hank comes over as he's cleaning up the money. He finds that eyeball of the teddy bear. I think it's just there as a reminder that, this is you. This is all your fault, bro. On some real shit. Hank is sitting there fucking jaw-jacking about nothing. Just jaw-jacking, y'all. Not talking about shit. Y'all ever been in that situation where
Straight throat rockets.
whether it's your cousin or a sibling or a good friend that they going through their rough patch where you just in that awkward position of like, hey man, I'm rooting for you, man. I'm pulling for you, dog.
Yeah.
Hope everything works out. Like this ain't my business, but I hope it works out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Asking Mo that. You got to be asking Mo that. I know you're not asking me that.
I know. Relationship.
Crazy.
Nah, it was spot on in the sense of like what you're saying. Like you don't know what to say to somebody who's going through this, but I think the best is silence. Just shut the fuck up. Man.
Yeah.
Help me move these bags and let me get out of here. Like we ain't got to talk.
Classic.
We ain't got to talk about the situation. Like you see the score of the
classic
game
man.
yesterday or whatever it may be. But that's it. We don't got to talk about what I'm going through.
You get one thing, 2 words. The classic, you good? That's it.
Facts.
That you good is the check. That's the check-in. You good? That means if you
if
want to
you-
talk about it, we can. But if you say you good, it ain't getting brought up.
It's over with.
It's over with. Go ahead and do what you need to do. But as they're doing this, having their own version of the you good conversation, Walt goes to pick up his bag of money before Hank gets his hands on it. And Hank snatches it. Like, hold on, man. Like, nothing heavy, right? You recovering. And Hank notices the bag is heavy. Asks him what's in there. Some cinder blocks. And Walt with the deadpan.
Straight cash, homie.
$500,000
cash,
in
homie.
cash. Which Hank says, you know what? That's the spirit. Doesn't question it at all. Which makes sense, right? You wouldn't question that if your man told you he had $500,000 in cash. You ain't about to open up the bag like for real. It's just like, oh, he joking.
If it's Walt.
Yeah,
if it's Walt.
Sure.
Yeah,
And imagine
definitely
how heavy that was. I was thinking about how wet that money was, him trying to dry it. You know how heavy that bag really was, bro. Like,
good point.
That's a great point. Yeah. I'm glad that he let it go too. If he would have been awkward about it or tried to keep it, Hank might have actually opened it up or been on something like, "What you got going on?" But Hank doesn't strike me as intrusive.
He don't, but he nosy. And to be honest with you, that would have been the first bag that I grabbed. Before I put anything else in my car, that would have been the first bag I grabbed. And that ain't the last bag.
Yeah, and it ain't.
Oh, we gotta put me and you gotta decide where this bag going. Like that bag was the first bag that would have been in my car. We ain't even finna play no games.
Yeah, that'd have been loaded up before you even got here.
Oh yeah, you ain't even seen this joint.
That'd have been loaded up
straight up.
As soon as we get everything else out, nope, you ain't got to worry about that one.
And it don't take you to be a criminal to make a decision like that. Just
no,
for the people that listen.
Smart, right?
Yeah, man. But it is one of the series of. I'm sure there's a compilation out there of the series of Hank and Walt moments where.
Yeah, it is. I looked at it. I think it was like 9, like 7 or 9 times, maybe even more that he could have caught him. Like so, we're probably we're up to I think 3 or 4 times right now that he could have caught him right now.
I almost wanted to do bad cop Hank on this, but I can't. It ain't. You can't really do that for this one.
Yeah, he just brother-in-law Hank.
Yeah, I'm brother-in-law. I ain't even really on cop duty. There's no way I expect this to be $500,000. Like he's joking. Like you can almost put it in bad cop Hank, but it ain't quite enough.
Nah, I think it would be harsh if you put it on bad cop.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect it unless he had done enough to where if he yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Jesse's taking up gardening at the rehab facility. They're in a group session about self-improvement, self-acceptance, over self-improvement, as we mentioned before. Nothing really to add there, but I do want to kind of go back to the White household because Skyler's there with the kids, which is interesting to say. It's not just
Hold
Walt
on.
Jr. anymore. What's up?
I did want to say about that scene. He's planting, I don't know if those are sunflowers or what specific flowers, but him planting those flowers, the flowers are yellow. And that was him and Jane was always in their bedroom, and they was in yellow comforters, and it was always like more of a yellow tint when they were together. So I think there's a tie into like something with him and Jane, and you know, kind of burying the flower, like burying Jane type of thing. She was his flower type, you know. So it could be a reach, but I do think they are intentional with color schemes, and I think that color kind of is like his last like goodbye before he you know, later we get the I know who I am type thing. So I just want to drop that in there.
I never thought about it, but it makes sense. It's not as far as a reach as you've.
The elevator.
Whoa. Let's keep moving, man. We're back at the White's household. Skyler's with the kids at breakfast, and like I said earlier, it's weird to say that it's not just Walt Jr. anymore; it's Holly as well. The phone rings, and Walt is leaving a voicemail with his contact information for his new place, the address. Flynn is upset at the arrangement. He talks to Walt on the phone, says nobody's telling him jack shit around there. He asks Walt to take him to school, completely disregarding Skyler, who's in the background saying, yo, I'll take you to school. Don't worry, I got you. I'll take you to school. He pays her no mind and says he's ready, and he waits for Walt. Obviously, they're playing the separated parents game where they don't really want to talk to each other, don't want to talk about what's going on. What are y'all thoughts on this scene as we get a new family dynamic at the Whites?
Again, like we're kind of championing Skyler. I just like how she holding it down. Like even in we're at odds, like she's really holding it down in the sense. And this is very realistic. I went through this as a little boy with my parents, and this is a real thing where like a lot of times, especially boys, they tend to be like, you know, when they don't understand what's going on, they always think it's something mom did. Because mom is always more vocal, more expressive in reacting, and then the dad, the kids don't always see the dad, so they think, oh, what did mommy do to dad? And I want to go with my dad, you know. And there's just that dynamic that happens, and it's so realistic. So I've been through that, and I understood where Flynn was coming from in that moment, and she having to eat it, knowing that she's not the villain in the situation. Like again, I still got to give even more props to Skyler. Like,
it's not realistic. Talking greasy to moms while you trying to figure shit out. It's Flynn. As someone who's going through his parents being separated. Like I've been through the separated, move back in type situation. It is an awkward time. It is. Oh man, you're old enough to know. I was a teenager. Like you're old enough to know. Like all right, something going on. But nobody's really telling you shit. They just telling you the basic, simple, you know, we're just going to take some time apart. You don't really know the ins and outs. So I understand Flynn and just the confusion of it because that's all you know. Like literally my entire life, and then one day some shit go down. Don't nobody want to tell me what. Don't nobody want to tell me why. Like this all some bullshit.
We was just good a couple weeks ago when I made the website. Like,
yeah, and it's like that awkward split in sides. Like who do I blame? Because you're giving him the freedom to think about whose fault this is. And we see Flynn carry that towards Skyler, which I'm sure is a lot. I'm sure that happens a lot, especially with boys. And when dad moves out, like, you're probably mad at mom. Like, what did you do to make him move and stuff like that? It's a 16-year-old, 15, whatever he is. So
yeah.
Very interesting. What you think, Lou? Spike Lou?
I don't want to shit on Flynn in this situation. I'll hold back. So I get it from you guys explaining it, having gone through it. I've never been through this, so my natural reaction. I'm shit.
I know, but if somebody didn't have any context, they'd be like, "Oh, this nigga flex."
I know you're not.
I know you're not. I know I didn't.
Like,
it's just funny when I think about people just thinking
they think it's the other way. Like I know what they would think. Like, oh, you know,
y'all thinking it's like I had a happy family that people.
And
think
Clarence's
like,
parents had a real good marriage.
I don't know my dad. Like, yeah, I'm saying that's how I'm saying from that.
No doubt.
I know him, but I'm just being hyperbolic. Yeah, you want to be able to say, well, Flynn's being an asshole here, but I could totally understand from both of you guys explaining and having gone through it, like how he would feel. And it's like you the one sitting here, like you probably caused this. You be on my ass all the time. I know you were on dad's ass, and it's something that you did that got me feeling this way. So his reaction here is it seems natural for a 16-year-old. Like I want things to be normal. I want things to be the right way, and they're not. And it has to be because of you. Because dad ain't even wild like that. Like he don't even be wilding out like that. If anybody wilding out, I know it's you.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it completely twisted in the senses of it. So I liked how this played out, and I agree with Mo. Like we on this revisionist tour of Skyler. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was one of those people who was like, man, Skyler White, one of the worst characters in history as far
Mm-hmm.
as
I was too.
oh man, I hate her and she wasn't down for the cause. But now that I'm re-looking at this every episode, I'm like, she slick was holding it
Hey,
down.
for real.
Like, nigga, you got a good one, really. Like
Hey.
you fumbling right
Actually, you owe her a pass.
now. Yeah, facts. She you owe her a little Ted pass.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit.
Uh,
Y'all wow. We get Walt, so we go from the home that he's used to the current home. We get Walt at his new spot. Walt in the apartments. He's in a daze,
Peanut
man.
butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, man. He's in a daze. He got $500,000 in cash. He's making PB&J. Here's his cell phone vibrating. He realizes it's the burner. And it got a
Very
text
important
saying,
question
"Polios."
before you move on.
Yeah, what's up?
Y'all make PB&Js with strawberry jelly?
no.
Strawberry?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with the strawberry.
It's grape, right? You're
Yeah,
such
I'm a
shit,
grape. I
Yeah,
like
I do grape.
I've liked strawberry as of late, but never with peanut butter though.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm
that's
not
always great.
exclusively strawberry, but it's not always great for me. Like I fuck
I
with the
gotta go
grape,
grape.
obviously, but the strawberry.
That grape is I gotta keep it hood, baby. Like that grape.
Grape
is,
jelly, the best jelly.
It's so
Like,
hood.
it
Like I
ain't
just
no-
love
yeah,
it.
That's the
When the
best
last
jelly.
time
Bro.
when the last time y'all niggas had strawberry? I'm just
Hey,
asking.
I'm
I don't
willing
even
to
fuck
try.
with strawberry jelly. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's
Hey,
what
you know
I'm
there's
saying.
some
Like, you
people.
might want to just
Hey,
give
listen.
it a try one day.
There is some sick people out there that eat peach jelly.
Yeah, that's too
Jesus
far.
Christ.
And
That's too far.
you're sick.
Apricot, all that shit.
Yeah, that
But
type
strawberry
thing.
jelly, man. I'll be curious to know, man. Write us, man.
Yeah,
Hit us
I'm gonna
up
try
and
it
let us
out.
know.
I'm gonna try it out.
Hey, y'all grape or strawberry? It's a very strong. It's a very divisive conversation.
It is.
People are very strict about it.
For sure.
Facts.
But yeah, man, I was very much grape until I had strawberry, and I'm like, all right, man, I see
Bro.
what's up. So
I would go like if I went to McDonald's or something and breakfast and they didn't have grape jelly, I don't even want none of this.
you don't want it.
I'm not taking strawberry jelly. Like y'all can cancel the whole order, bro.
Damn.
Like that's how serious I was about it.
Sheesh.
Interesting. Y'all be getting the peanut butter and jelly mixed already in the same container. Shit?
I've done it, but I've done it, but it
far.
ain't. It's not right. It's something wrong
You
with
can't
it.
do that. It's
Something wrong
right. Like, you just don't. Yeah,
Something
don't
wrong
feel
with it.
right.
Yeah, man. The cell phone is vibrating. He realizes right away it's the burner. We see it in the plastic bag, the same one that was in the toilet. And it says Pollos. And he goes back to his sandwich and cuts off the crust. Words of Crazy 8. That is a callback to what he did before he got his first body, as Mo mentioned earlier. Any thoughts on this brief scene?
Again, it's this teetering. I mean, again, we know Walt's a piece of dirt, but like there's this teetering between like innocence and guilt, and not him feeling guilt, but like how they're painting the character. Something as innocent as, cutting up a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's so innocent, so whatever. And then in the midst of that, you get a text from your plug, Pollos, which is ain't that chicken in Spanish?
Yes.
I think so.
All right, so you get a peanut butter jelly versus chicken, and that chicken's connected to the chicken. You know what I mean? So it's like they're doing this teetering thing constantly. So
You think they thought about that?
I think so,
Interesting.
because he could have said anything else. He said
Nancy
pollos.
Gilligan ain't that deep. Well, so wait, what are you saying the context of it is? Maybe I missed.
I just think the food to food compare thing. I think it's there's
Chicken versus peanut butter and jelly.
yeah.
Okay.
Like you're no longer in the PB&J stage of your life. You're trying to go back.
Gotcha.
You tried to burn the money. I think they're doing the whole thing where Walt got a decision to make, similar to Tony telling Chris, like, go outside. You got to make a decision. So
Gotcha.
All right, folks. We're at the school assembly for everyone to discuss their feelings while dealing with the tragic plane crash. No judgments, guys, just feelings, as Principal Carmen says. the first student was fucking disgusting. He was nasty. If y'all, I don't know if y'all know, this is the
Oh.
same kid. This is the same kid that was in Walt's class talking
Yeah.
about something. I tried really hard, like I really tried, and Walt said, "Fuck that, you're failing you." This is the same kid. He said in college, if you come home to your dorm and if your roommate just happened to off his on switch, they give you an automatic A. And that same compassion should be spread down to the high school level. He was using this tragedy,
I'm gonna tell you right now,
nasty in all caps,
This is
using the plane crash to try
this
to get A's.
this guy is going to be successful.
Saul. That's some Saul. That's some Saul.
This
Goodman
guy's gonna be successful. The way he tried to play Walt and try to play it here, he did this amongst everybody. He ain't got no shame in his game. This kid is he's successful. He running the Fortune
He
500.
said this in front of the whole
in front
school.
of everybody.
Yeah, he's
School
successful.
and community.
He's sick. He made it.
He said, if you go to college, your roommate just come back hanging there, nigga. They give you an automatic A, bro. What the fuck is you on? That's some nasty and all cap shit. Walt, once again, I know I mentioned this a couple times. The expression acting.
Hey, shout out the principal though.
Shout out to Carmen.
You can't skip past that. Yeah.
Walt is disgusted. Walt is literally disgusted by everyone sharing their feelings. He takes the mic, right? Or not takes the mic. He's handed the mic after he mutters something under his breath. They feel like he's a good role model to hear from in this moment. And he proceeds to tell these niggas to look on the bright side. This is just tied for the 50th worst air disaster in history. And y'all don't remember the 600 people that died in Tenerife because people move on. That's what we do. He's giving this, what a fucking pep talk. What a motivational speaker, man. Walter fucking White. Walter Hartwell White, everybody.
I was trying to say something positive.
This is why I don't believe the scene in the backyard. This is how he feels for real.
This is how he feels. Yeah,
this is how
that's
he
why.
feel for real.
That's why I was with you when you said. I thought about what else played out, and I said, you know what? I think you're right. Like because this is literally like Tony when he waxed Chris. Like everybody's checking on him. Like, how you feeling? How you doing? Like, what are you gonna do? And he's like frustrated at the fact that people are holding on to this, and he's like, bruh, like
it is what it is, bro. Like,
so
man, come on, let's move on.
Spike and myself recently discussed a film that came out that we both happened to see called The Drama. I won't talk about it or spoil it. I won't talk about it or spoil it, but there's a moment in there, and when me and Spike were on the phone, we both were like, it's not the fact that event happened. It's the fact that you were so comfortable just saying it out loud. Like you didn't see anything wrong with saying, like nothing in your brain said, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say this. Maybe I should keep this one to myself. Maybe I should just err on the side of caution. This is something what I'm about to say is not going to be perceived in the right way. There's way too much explaining X, Y, and Z. Walt didn't have that same gene. Like the same thing was missing from him. Like
it's crazy that they wrote that in that movie too.
There was nothing in Walt that said in this room full of everybody, I'm going to go ahead and keep it PG, to quote your mans, Mo. I think part of that is because of what y'all just said. That's just who he is. He couldn't even pretend to hide because he naturally was disgusted by everything going on. He couldn't believe it. He knows he's to blame for it, and he's trying to talk himself into, it's really not that bad. It's tied for 50th. It's the 53rd largest casualty, whatever the case is. All of this other shit, man. It's fascinating to see, man.
It is. This is high level compartmentalization. Like to be able to flip this to get yourself over this hump. That's crazy.
This is one of the things to go to my theory that he was already broken bad. To get up here and say this, the plane wasn't even full. We gotta have some like what are you talking about right now, bro?
Okay, hold on. So what you said about him at the grill, saying this is performative. Mm-hmm. The way I'm interpreting what you're saying, and I might can get on the bandwagon with you. You're saying all of his 49 years might have been performative.
Yeah.
And now he's deciding to do this thing, which is not performative. Selling meth, being running an empire, being this guy that he believes is.
Yeah, I'm gonna lean into the dark, nasty side of me because that's making me money. That's making me feel like worthy, and all of this other performative shit that I was doing, even it was acting like I was supporting Elliot and Gretchen. I'm not really supporting them. He didn't give a fuck about them. We seen that. That's probably why he left. Like
Mm.
it's always been about him. I
So
think
it's
from the
just like
very
mailing it in, kind of like you've just okay. No, go ahead. My bad.
talking about his 49 years.
Yeah. And I'm just thinking
Yeah,
like
it's like it's always been about him,
he's
but
buried it.
he's never been brave enough to do it
Okay.
until he found the thing that gave him the umph to be like, nah, it is about me. I'm gonna
Mm.
make it about me. I'm great at this thing in cooking meth, and I'm gonna lean into it. And now everything else is irrelevant. I'm leaning away from all of that shit. My family, my friends, my morality. I don't care about none of that because I finally found something that makes me feel worthwhile.
Okay. I think I'm officially you've converted me. I'm officially on the
Welcome to the
Walt
dark
was
side.
always because now it makes me think that when Walt is trying to like backpedal and get back in good graces like that, we talked about that breakfast where he was putting it on real thick. Like, hey, I was thinking about what you said the other day, and as he's cooking breakfast, like you must have heard my alarm. Like he's his true element is this is this drug dealer.
Can't believe he said that shit.
That's crazy. My
Hey,
true my
that
it's crazy.
your black girlfriend would have fought you for that. I just
Ah,
want
man.
y'all to
Yeah,
know.
like
Ah,
100%.
Like y'all square up after you say that. Like after you say that in the black
yeah.
household to your old lady, like, oh, you know what? That was my alarm. Square up.
Yeah.
Don't square up, bro, because it's a fight.
Yeah.
You trying to box? You trying to box?
But yeah, like so it makes me think now, like, okay, when he's in his true element, when you see like, hey, this is my territory, all that's his true element. And now he's trying to figure out how to get back in his performative way of being with his family. So now that poses the real challenge for Walt now. He's got a taste of who he really is because he's good at it, right?
You
So
cooking.
now I'm starting to think that, okay, he's
You
been
cooking.
so used to being performative for 49 years. It's easy to him. The moment cancer came, the moment he got out there, he was able to cook, he create, master, and bring in that cash. Like this is what makes it feel good. And now he's got to figure out, do performative things like burn the money to figure out how to, make himself feel like he
Like he
felt
think he
before,
should feel.
like he think he
Exactly.
should feel. So yeah, I think I'm officially there. He got me. I'm there.
Mo, you out here podding, man. Matt probably listening to us right now. They get it. They get it.
I get it.
That's good.
Real quick scene. We got the twins back in the desert. They pull up on the family, swap out clothes, leave the bins. Anything to add to that?
Who is this? Their family?
No, this is just a random family.
Nah, this is some random family.
But they're going here
This
just
shit.
go ahead.
You leading to what I'm about to say. So go ahead.
Is they just here to just catch the ride
Extra as fuck.
to murk the guys out?
Like,
I don't think that was the
ride the
goal.
Benz to the border. Like nobody knows who the fuck y'all are, bro. I'm assuming that they doing a little too much, like using the I think they call them donkeys, people that you use to get from Mexico to the U.S. or whatever. I don't know what
The
the correct
mules.
term. Mules. Got it. You're right. But yeah, like this is performative. Like, I didn't need this shit.
Yeah, brief scene.
It feels like a Better Call Saul type of scene, to be honest.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And it kind of irritates me in these rewatches that they don't talk. I don't like that.
I do like it, but I'm looking back. I wish we would have got more like them being like major boss territory. Like, you don't want to get to the Salamanca twins. Like, I wanted them
They
to.
give it off though. I do. They do give off like, nah, don't fuck with us.
Yeah.
But I do wish we had more lines from them. I don't think that would have hurt their
Okay.
characters.
Okay. Yeah, maybe in Better Call Saul, maybe something like maybe
They
they
talked in
talk.
Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay. So then, all right.
Yeah, they talked in Better Call Saul. I don't think we heard them say shit in this series. Maybe 2-3 words.
Mm-hmm.
Walt is dropping off Flynn. Does some nasty shit once again. Ask how Aunt Marie is doing. How's Aunt Marie doing? Make sure you say hello for me. Knowing he don't give a fuck. Once again, it's that weird mom-dad dynamic. I respect Flynn. I ain't gonna hold you. I respect Flynn because Flynn pretty much said it, man. Tell her yourself, man. That's your crib, Mark. You a Mark. Um,
Herb,
on the DVD version, he called him a Mark. I don't know if y'all know that.
right?
Called him a herb.
I'm bringing that back. Shout out to my the Mexican Instagram. He said, "I'm bringing that back. You are a herb,
You a herb, nigga. Oh, Mark ass nigga.
Mark."
But either way, told him this your crib, man. Go ahead and go back in. And we see Marie's on lookout for Skyler, just to know that Walt's gone. He left the driveway, and when Flynn comes in, he goes off on Skyler, asking why she got to be like this. Just talk to him. Marie tries to spin it to try to figure out what's going on between the two of them, and Skyler sees it coming from a mile away, and she says, I ain't asked for your opinion. We're just gonna leave it at that, which lets us know as viewers that hey, Skyler has been holding it down. Nobody knows why and what's going on. What were your thoughts as you find out all these revelations and you see Flynn go off on Skyler?
Again, like she's in the running for the MVP because again, she's taking all of the things she don't deserve, at all. She hasn't done anything really wrong with the exception of smoking cigarettes, being pregnant. You know what I mean? But outside of that, she ain't really done anything wrong other than being just a concerned wife. Marie, it's just funny seeing Marie, try to utilize Walt Jr. to like get some answers out of her or whatever. But this makes it so interesting because when you watch it with the context that she knows he's a drug dealer at this point, it's like, wow,
But how? Maybe I guess we'll save the conversation.
I want to have. I know what you're talking about, and I want to ask.
How confident is she in this? Yeah.
I want to ask all of the clues. That's the question. That's the conversation I want to have when we get there. All the clues that gave it away for her.
She holding it down.
Mm-hmm.
Like continue to piggyback off of what Mo was saying. Like she holding it down, and even in the sense of like I can't even talk to this about Marie because I know who her husband is.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe I would have let the bill speak, like spilt the beans to my sister, but I'm still I fuck with my husband so much I can't even tell you. So I'm just gonna keep it to myself. I ain't gonna tell Flynn. I ain't gonna tell nobody. And y'all can paint me as the crazy wife who's overreacting and want him gone, but I know what's really going on. Like these rewatches put Skyler in a much better light as we continue to say.
Absolutely.
So I like this scene. I like again that she is the one that we looking at like she keeping it P.
She really is. Damn.
Agreed. Anything else to add before we move on?
I don't like how Marie looking out the window like there was some like domestic type stuff going on. Like okay, he's gone.
Like he was gonna come in
like,
there and beat her up.
But then again, she don't know. She don't know what's going on.
Walt ain't beating.
But Walt ain't beating up
nobody.
nobody.
Extra.
She know that.
Yeah.
She didn't even think he could cheat. Like she didn't even think he had potential to eat.
Right. Like you ain't got to be here. To be honest with you.
Sorry, as shit though. That's
You
some
could
real shit.
leave.
Jesse is at his group session, learning about the voice in their heads that tell them that they're not good enough. Are you good enough to have basic human happiness? That's pretty much the question that Jesse's facing right now. He gets called on to speak. He asks the guy what makes him an expert, questions if he ever really hurt someone, and the guy drops a bomb and tells a story about killing his daughter on his birthday back in 1992. I'm not going to say he said it so casually or nonchalant, but damn, bro, give a little bit of leeway going into that. But how do you not hate yourself is what Jesse asked. He mentioned that, hey, I did, but it didn't change anything. Self-hatred, guilt, it accomplishes nothing. It just stands in the way of true change. This is a lesson that Jesse has really been searching for or probably needed to hear at the moment. What are your thoughts as Jesse's getting this life information as he's on his forgiveness journey for himself?
I think this is good. It was real. It was like in the moment. Like it gives us so much depth to Jesse's character in the sense of like, nah, he ain't some rugged gangster from the streets. However, he has seen and been through shit. So I'm talking to this dude at this high price retreat in the mountains, and like you seem like just some regular Joe Schmo. Like, who are you to tell me how to deal with my shit? And it came off that way, and then dude put him in his place. Like, actually, here's how I'm able to tell you about your shit. And it was such a realization moment for Jesse because nobody takes the time to do that for him. Nobody ever throughout this series, up until this point at least, takes the time to be like, well, this is why I'm this fucked up. And this is why you should be listening to me. Walt don't do this too. Like Walt talks at him. He don't talk to Jesse. And his parents, we've seen that. They talk at him. Saul even. Nobody talks to Jesse like this dude is talking to Jesse to make him feel something, to understand, like, bro, yeah, what you're dealing with is fucked up, but other people dealing with shit too. So I really like this thing. It adds some humanity to Jesse.
This, well, that's funny because given how we talked about the Peekaboo episode, because that was supposed to be the humanity episode for him.
Yeah,
But
that means
it
shit.
is interesting just seeing him, dirty ass house. It is interesting just seeing him. The idea in episode one of just seeing where the Jesse story goes, like trying to figure out if something's really changed. How is Jesse going to bounce back from this? He has to be a new person. Um, that was the most interesting thing because and dude was dropping bars. He was spitting.
Oh yeah.
Mo, what did you have to add to it?
Okay, so we talked about last season Peekaboo and how they rated it so high and they felt it was so real. Jesse at the trap house with the with the junkies, and the junkies have a little boy, or at least the woman did have a little boy, and they was like, it's so real, but nah, this is real. And shout out to this actor as doing this guest spot because the way
You know him?
I feel like
He
I
played
thought
in a sitcom. I can't remember what it was. I have to
yeah,
look it up.
I thought he was in Walking Dead. That's why I was looking at him like maybe he was bald in
Mm.
Walking Dead, but I don't know.
I'm sure
But,
Rich know who he is when he come
yeah.
back.
But here's my thing: when actors, especially guest actors, pull up, and this is why actors get paid, and actors are so good at what they do, because he you're watching it, not thinking people are acting. This is just who they are. He internalized this story of him being this addict that is trying to now, teach his class. And then he tells that story. And what's crazy about it is, bro, me being a person that actually does, well, I think we all drink to some capacity, but me probably more than y'all. Being there where he was talking about like, yo, they close at, 6 or 5 o'clock and it's like 4:42 and you're having that like, yo, it's my birthday. I'm trying to get it laid out right. And now you're looking at the clock like, yo, I got to hurry up and get there because if not, there ain't no spots open. So I understood where he was coming from. But then like the way he cut the story off, he's like, she was playing in the driveway. So I decided to go ahead and leave. And then he just cut off. That's more pivotal than anything in the Peekaboo trap house scene to me. All that Jesse with the dirty little redhead kid trying to protect him, which is commendable. Well, I don't disregard it, but this story was more pivotal and realistic, and I connected with it way more than Jesse in the trap house with the two junkies and the little boy. Like, because now I feel like Vince Gilligan and all of his compadres that are a part of this are now getting into a realistic territory, and even the humor they're using is better. Because I think they were doing some humorous things in season 2 and 1 that was just like, it takes you out of it. And I didn't even get to acknowledge that at the pep rally, one of the kids was talking about there was a seat that fell out of the plane, landed perfectly, and it was just legs. And I was like, bruh, even though that's humorous in how they were telling it, that's still scary. They're doing this dark humor and they're doing it better. Like I don't know what happened between 2 and 3, but they're already doing it better. So this story, him cutting it off like that, I seen the visual, bro. As a person that has kids, I seen the visual and I was like, damn. So yeah, this is excellent.
Yeah, you make a great point there. He told a great story. That was fantastic acting by that dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at his IMDb. It ain't nothing really that stands out.
Okay.
In the sense of what he's been in, but I know his face is really
he ain't.
familiar.
Mm-hmm. I've seen him somewhere else too.
He's got a familiar face.
Mm-hmm.
He played in the show. He played in the show with Dwayne Martin and Lisa Ray.
All of us.
Yeah, he was in that. I think that's where I know him from.
Mm.
Yeah, he was in all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deep cut.
It was, yeah. I'm surprised you knew what show I was talking about. I couldn't think of the name of it.
So I started laughing like, damn, y'all niggas talking about all
That was a
of us.
deep
Bro,
cut.
yeah, you act like that was the Jeffersons. Like,
All of us was hard. That was my shit.
Hold
When
on,
little boy
what do you mean?
said,
Hold on, what does that mean? What you talking about? He said,
I skipped
go
over.
fish,
He said, nigga. He said,
Yeah, go fish, nigga.
Hey, I used to fuck with all of us, bro. That was my shit, man. That little boy was funny.
yeah, he
You're
was.
right. Let me skip over to George Jefferson because we might go down.
Oh no, not in that way. I'm saying
didn't know what
I
that
said it
meant.
like
I
it was
skipped over.
like before my time. I'm like, bro, this is the 2000s. Like clearly, I was like, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
your bag. It's right in your era, right?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, y'all said it like, oh, I'm surprised. What you surprised? Like,
No,
that's
he's just saying like all of us went to all that. That's what he's saying.
oh, okay, fair enough.
It's not one of
He's
the
saying,
first
how would
ones
you
talk
remember
about.
that show?
It's
not one of
definitely
the first
third.
ones
It's
people
third
bring
tier. It's definitely third tier.
Yeah.
But
We got Walt back at the apartments, man. Walt in the
Apartments.
apartments, man, living that life.
Trapping.
There's a knock on the door, and it's Skyler. He's surprised to see her, invites her in. They're sitting at the kitchen table, searching for who needs to start, how do they start. She just hands over the divorce papers, and the true Walt comes out. Cannot believe that she's ready to take the steps. He thinks it's punishment. Tells her, he tells her, I'm happily married.
I was just about to say that, Rich. That same brain we talk about.
hey, that's a real answer
said,
though.
This nigga said, I'm happily married. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Damn.
That's his love for her. And then tells her, like, there's your side and there's my side. You haven't heard my side at all. Like, Walt is really sick in the head when you sit down and look at this shit.
Fucked up.
Like, you sound crazy, but he doesn't think it. And that's when Skyler stops him out of nowhere. You're a drug dealer. She thinks, and he doesn't deny it, but he hits it with the. It's funny because I sent y'all a meme with the same reaction. I ain't gonna say what the meme was, but
Hey, fun fact for the listeners of this show: You're a Drug Dealer was almost the name of this podcast. We just couldn't. We could not sway Mo to sign off on it. It was it was a 2-1 vote. It was a majority vote. He still wouldn't go for it. Mo was like, I ain't even gonna be on it if y'all calling it that.
Hey,
the only majority vote in history that lost.
That lost, exactly. ever in a democratic society, the
You are
majority.
hilarious.
Like, to the point where I found the clip. Like I found this clip, sent it to Mo. Like, this is the intro.
This would be the intro.
Like, we good.
Like, this
Like,
is
we
it.
good.
This
We
is the
saw
name
the
of the
vision.
pod.
Yeah, this is great. This is great.
Because we had, just for context, so maybe we'll talk about it one day.
Yeah.
Like we said, we'll do it like we did with the Good Earners and how they came
the
about.
origin, yeah.
Y'all have no idea how difficult it was finding a name for this podcast. Like, it took a very long, like obnoxiously long.
Yeah.
Because me and Rich we were stuck on this was the perfect name.
I know. And
Mo just couldn't
sending
do
us notes of 26 names. I'm like, bruh. Like,
we got the name already. You ain't got
it
to.
it was supposed to be
a back and forth battle.
You're a Drug Dealer, a Breaking Bad podcast. But I'm sorry, y'all. As a black man, and I get it, it's leaning hard into the content of the show. I cannot attach my name as the world class mochaccino that y'all know to a show called You're a Drug Dealer. I just can't do it. We
But
can't
you
have that, Billy.
to the content of the show. That was our argument.
We create our own content off the content though.
But it's still bullshit. Like, you still talking about crime and drugs and all this other shit. They know it's not about you. It's about the show.
but we're talking about crimes and drugs in a fictional show about crimes and drugs, not actually talking about crimes and drugs.
See? Y'all see what this is like? This is what it was like trying to get this shit figured out.
You see there was so many degrees of separation there. That's what I'm saying.
Acid Jax, please put this in your recap. Please. I want to hear your interpretation as the one who writes.
He about to go crazy. It'll be this
the one who writes. I want to hear
bald,
your interpretation.
Growing hair. Yeah, he about to go crazy.
So Skyler confronts him with the you're a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, Walt doesn't deny it, but he's a little bit caught off guard because he wasn't expecting her to know that.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't really have an answer. It's the weed. It's that Pinkman kid.
Mm-hmm.
One incredible expression acting where I'm not saying it, but I'm saying it. Like, it ain't weed. It ain't weed. And she's like, cocaine? This nigga does another face, methamphetamine. And I'm actually a manufacturer, not a dealer, per se. Skyler out of there. Skyler said, get me out of here, man. I'm about to throw up. This shit's making me sick. I'll make you a deal right now. I won't tell Hank or your kids if you grant me this divorce and just disappear. What are y'all doing in this moment? What are you thinking in this moment? Um,
So
this
much
is
to
a
unpack
this
here.
yeah, there's a lot to unpack in this scene.
Number one is, and it goes to my point about being in the backyard. You went all of this time. You did all the shit that you did. Kill Crazy 8, cooked the meth, sold the meth, become one of the biggest meth dealers in the Southwest. You never thought of an explanation to tell your wife if she figured it out. You were so arrogant that you never thought that anyone will fucking figure it out when you don't have a story. You ask any nigga that sell drugs what they do. Oh man, I got a trucking company. Oh man, I'll do party promotions. Oh, I'm in waste management.
Waste management.
Like there's so many explanations for you to be like, I ain't telling you I sell dope. If you figure it out, that's on you. Just don't go to the police. But I got an explanation for this. This nigga didn't have no explanation for being able to pay for that cancer treatment. Her calling him out on it and being like, that's the only way you could have got the money is if you sold drugs. And then her thinking like, oh, marijuana can make you this much money. No, it can't. You got
Right.
to be selling tons of weed to make this much money. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I say what I said about the theatrics of the backyard. Like he wasn't even you going through the motions, bro, of trying to convince people that you are the Walt that you've been for 49 years. If you were really about this life, you would have had an explanation for this. You think about the day when your wife come to you and she be like, "Man, you sell drugs." I'm like, nah, I had some investments. I did this. Saul had a good plan when he was talking about, oh, I got a handout from my aunt, whatever that died. He didn't consider none of that shit. He just raw dogged it to the point of, well, if she figure it out, then I guess I gotta tell her that I sell meth. That's the stupidest shit that I've ever seen on a TV show.
He was on some nigga shit.
It wasn't desperation to
Niggas gonna
where I'm
have an
trying to get
explanation
my
for it.
where he was
I got a
finally like, man, I
bar.
lost.
I got a food truck. Nigga, what? Anything, bro.
You don't attribute it to him like not wanting to lie to her anymore? Like he already lying
This
got
ain't
him to
this
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 point.
this ain't that scenario though.
Okay.
This ain't the point where okay, I'm gonna lay it out on the table. Like you trying to save your marriage. You trying to save your family. And you know Skyler is the type of woman that she is. Like she's slick not going for this. He had to convince her to go for this, which we'll get to later. But no, this ain't the scenario where you own your truth and be like, yeah, I am a meth dealer. What do you think she gonna say? Nigga, yeah, come on with the divorce papers. Sign it. Everything that she said is what she should have said when he admits to being a meth dealer if you're Skyler. If you Tasha on power, it's cool. But if you Skyler White, no. This
Yeah,
is
there's no coming
never,
back.
this is yeah, ain't this is not a corner that you going to be pinned in if you walk. You thought about everything else, but you never thought about what would happen if someone asked you, "Do you sell drugs?" That's unacceptable.
When I was learning to drive, man, my pops always used to tell me, and he told me it applies to life too. Leave yourself an out. Like leave yourself an out, man. Don't never box yourself in. Like because there's nowhere to go. And it is surprising when you think about it. Like I said, if you're on the side of looking at the desperation from Walt of I'll finally give her the truth because Skyler wanted nothing more than the truth. So I think maybe part of his head brain was thinking like, you know what, I'll give her this and maybe things will go over. Once again, goes to that arrogance of him. But that's the only thing that you can even run by me to be somewhat believable as to why you would admit to your wife who just handed you divorce papers that you're a meth dealer. Excuse me, a manufacturer. That's insane. That's
Nuts.
fucking. It reminds
It's
me of something.
arrogant.
It reminds me of something Spike Lee said in season 1, where it was after the episode he was offered the job at the Great Matters, and Spike Lee was mentioned like, bro, only in this show would this make sense. Like this only
Yeah.
happens in TV. Like all the shit that was laid out for you. You one of the top scientists, got a position offered at one of the best science companies in the area, making 6-figure salary, get health
Free
insurance to cover
health
for your
care.
cancer. Like why the fuck are you? Why the fuck would you say I'm gonna cook meth versus taking that route if it's really about your family? So great point there. Mo, was
Yeah.
you about to say something else? My bad.
I think that was a sense of relief for him. Again, he's doing the teetering thing, like he's doing the performative thing of wait, this and that. But like somehow, like you could have left her believing marijuana. You could have left it there. Think about it. She don't know. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, it was the
That's
pink
the arrogance of it, though.
But that's what I'm saying. But that goes to your point where you're talking about he's already broke bad. This is who really he is. So I think there's a sense of relief. You remember the dream Tony had with Melfi, where he was, talking about, I've killed guys before. He started giving it all the way up. Like, I even killed my cousin. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was talking about, and so it's like, this is like similar to that, where it's like there's a relief. I feel like there, even though he's still trying to, kind of placate it a certain way. But I wanted to ask real quick, what are the clues? I've been waiting to have this. What are the clues that made her say he's a drug dealer through 2 seasons?
I'm glad I've been pointing them out as we've done this show.
Well, you were saying something about she know he
say,
lying, but I want to know the clues say.
All I want to say real quick is like this nigga Walt. We talked about in the finale where he can't give that credit away.
Yeah,
like, he can't be the virtual tin can kicking it down the road. She said weed, to your point, Mo. He could have easily stopped there, but he wanted her to know.
I know.
Stop fucking playing with
I'm
me.
the best meth dealer there is. Yeah,
Yes,
I cook the
nigga.
best meth.
You think I'm motherfucking growing weed plants? Like, motherfucker, I'm out here in the big leagues. I'm out here.
That's small time. Yeah.
And this ain't even. He really goes in his bag in the classic scene where he like, man, like, if this
I'm the one who
motherfucker was on
knocks.
the classic line where he
I'm
said,
the
man,
dangerous.
a company, not even that, just I produced for some company so big that if it was on
The NASDAQ.
it was on the NASDAQ, like it would be it would be a top 5 S&P 500. Like I'm running one of these motherfuckers. Like I'm him. Either way,
For real.
To answer
go
your
ahead,
question,
Mo.
Mo,
Just piecing it together.
the line about the mom.
Okay,
was
so he was
big
gone for
clue.
4 days, and he wasn't with his mom.
Where were you?
Okay, where were you? So that's one.
So you got to think how women. You got to go woman brain here.
Yeah,
'Cause
woman
now,
brain. Yeah.
You know how they do. They sit back and they start piecing everything together.
Yeah.
So you disappeared for 4 days. You said you was your mom. I don't know where you was at.
Okay.
I know Slicky wasn't cheating because look at you. So
Well,
what did
hold
you
on.
have
We still
going
got to keep cheating in the mix until we figure out that he can't be cheating. Like that,
Well,
I'm saying.
I don't think that nobody gives him the.
Remember, she wasn't sure for a little bit. Marie
wasn't sure
like,
for a little
nah,
bit, but then she thought about it and she was like, "It's Walt. Like this nigga, I'm giving this nigga left hand jobs on his birthday. Like he
Left hand.
ain't bagging nothing in the bar. Like where he gonna get a chick from? The school? The fine ass principal gonna be fucking Walt? Nah,
Yeah.
that's not happening. So you disappeared for a couple of days, saying you was at your mom's. I called her. I found out that wasn't true.
Then
Jesse Pinkman pops up out of nowhere, and you cool with this kid. He keep calling my house. I know it's more than that one phone call. I went over there to tell him it wasn't cool. He done called since then.
yeah.
What is that? What else?
What his
you paid
hospital bill?
You
The
paid
hospital
for the
bill
cancer. You
is
paid for
paid
the
up.
cancer treatment.
It's paid
I
up.
talked to Gretchen. She said she didn't pay for it. Where you get money from? Oh yeah, we got the we got the brand new water heater that you put in. Didn't say shit about. We didn't have the money for it. It ain't on the credit card bill, and you ain't been to work in forever. How you pay for that?
And the
Like,
second phone. It's like when you brought the second phone thing up, where it's like after you cleared it up, you said it again when you was getting high. I mean, they had you on medication. And you was like talking about a second phone, and then you disappeared, and you had a mental state type thing.
You disappeared, popped up naked, wanted me to believe that shit. So we've all been through this. I'm sure.
Yeah.
When a woman get a chance to step away and really think about the shit you've been telling her, and then she come back with all right, nigga, I got the debrief. That's trouble for you.
Yeah.
Because now she been in her bag the last 2-3 days. She been talking to her friends. She been talking to her male homeboys that she can trust. Like she getting all the information. Now she piecing everything together. All the shit that you forgot. And she like, well, what about this time? What about this when this happened here? What about when I called here and you ain't answer? And you like, God damn, she got me.
Yeah,
But that's what women do. So that's why this scene is so good. Because I used to hate this when I first watched this. And I was like, man, she pulled that shit out of the blue. I don't think that they did
right,
enough. They
right.
didn't do enough for her to be like, oh, you're a drug dealer. But as we rewatched this and talked about this, it was like, all the clues was there.
Hmm.
Everything was right there. All she had to do was be not an idiot to figure it out. And I love how they separated them. If they had not separated them for a couple of days or however long they've been separated, then it would have been hard for me to digest of her coming to this conclusion. But they did separate them. And you know what women brain do when they separate. Now she in her head. Now she going over everything.
Everything. Yeah.
All the phone calls, all the
Right.
text messages. Every time I called you, you didn't answer. Every
Hmm.
time I heard another phone and you claimed it
You
was
missed the
your,
birth of our child.
you didn't come to the birth of our child.
She ain't even,
What's
she
Bruh.
more
wasn't even on
important
his
than that?
ass like that. Like she should have been on his ass for that.
She
He
knew
got a pass
then.
for real.
Yeah, she knew then.
That's
So
crazy,
like
bro.
this scene is so good on the rewatch because it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, nigga,
Yep.
yeah. Like
And then you
you
think
put
about
all the seeds out there.
they're in the small city of Albuquerque. And it's like if you don't go with Gray Matter, which is a big dog business in
Another one.
a region like this, then I know for sure there's no other way you can make the amount of money for your surgery, your cancer treatment, than drug dealing. There's no quick scheme. There's not a bank loan that you could have gotten to get this off. So
Bro, these folks
yeah,
offered
that
you a
makes sense.
job with full insurance and you didn't take it. I can't remember. Does Skyler know they offered him a job? Was she there? Does she know?
I don't know if she know they offered a job.
I can't remember if
I don't.
she
I
know
don't
that they
think she
offered him
knew. I
a
think she
job.
knew about the like them wanting to pay for the treatment type thing, but I don't think she knew necessarily about that, which is fine.
Yeah, like all the signs was there, man. And again, bro,
Hmm.
like the this time around, watching it, looking at Skylar's character, like, I fuck with her. Like,
Same.
I fuck with her. Like right here, and even in this moment, it's like, nigga, you sell drugs, bro. Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, and
I got my proof. You tell me I'm lying. You prove your case.
and
Like she was in
you
her bag.
uprooted her life because I mean this is not what she signed up for.
Yeah, you're a
She's not.
teacher, bro.
Yeah,
I didn't
you.
fall in love with a drug dealer. You teach school. Like you drive an Aztec.
You work at a car
You know what I'm
wash.
saying? You work at a car wash, bro. You trying to tell me you the biggest meth dealer in the Southwest and you dealing with the cartel? Nah, this is crazy to a suburban white lady.
Yeah, for sure.
The fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's a fact.
yeah,
That's a very good point.
yep.
Anything else to add? That was
Nah,
I can't top that.
nah, that's it. You got me.
Walt picks up Jesse from rehab and offers him the couch at his place. I love when niggas over explain. Yeah, just have couple little moments in the marriage, just temporary, just taking a break. Trust me, nigga, ain't nobody asking you none of that, bruh. Ain't nobody asking you none of that. He tells Jesse that Saul has his money. He'll give it to him when he's better, and Jesse immediately says he's better. He's done using. Walt said this was a wake-up call for both of them to get their lives on the straight and narrow. Jesse brings up the airplane crash and brings up Jane's dad. And Walt says, man, you're not responsible. Starts throwing out any excuse. This was actually just sick of Walt. Like, I'm more up on this than you are, and the radar on the plane. Jesse said, man, bro, you either run from things or you face them. I've accepted that I'm the bad guy. Jesse knows I'm the bad guy. That's just who I am. That's how I'm going to move forward in this life. What do y'all think about Walt and Jesse rooming together for one?
I
And
like how he
B,
tried to.
Jesse. Go
No,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
my bad. No, go
I
ahead.
was gonna say Jesse's new outlook on life.
I like how he tried to slow roll him with the money. He's like, hey man, when you're feeling better, Saul got the money. I'm better now. Hey, bro, I'll catch this couch for a night, but in the morning we're going to soft spot, and I'm getting my money, and I'm setting myself up. Like I ain't know when you feeling better, nigga. Nah, I'm shooting it down right now. But I agree with you discussing on how he tried to frame the crash and all of this shit. And again, speaks to just the manipulation and the terrible person that Walt is. This dude fresh out of rehab, you ain't offering him really no empathy or sympathy, and you just trying to I don't see this as Walt offering a good deed for him letting Jesse sleep on his couch. Like I feel like there's an ulterior motive to it.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, again, I think civilian Walt is running out of coins. You know what I mean? He's running out of to be continueds. Like he keeps trying to get this off,
Good
but
point.
that charm is running out. And that's why later in the series, only reason Walt can get stuff off is because he got leverage on people. Because now that's the real version. Like, okay, I can't try to manipulate through emotional ties or through sociological connections. I got to manipulate based on I got the ups on you, and that's you gonna have to do what I tell you because I got or else, and that which makes sense. But like this is him still trying to do that. But what makes it seem so great is, I mean, um, it's interesting. Jesse saying I'm the bad guy when really Jesse's not the bad guy. It's Walt. Which makes it so good. But Walt still thinks otherwise. Jesse should think otherwise. He should think he's the good guy. But instead, he takes it on and embraces I'm the bad guy. And Walt is still trying to play the good guy. And I'll elaborate a little bit more as we tie into the next thing.
And Walt's face when he said that was so good, to your point, Mo. Because Walt's still lying to us, still be performative like we talked about in that first scene where he burning the money. He still think that he's a good guy. He can't come to the acceptance that Jesse has come to right now. And he's envious of that. It feels like if I'm looking at his face in that scene. Because Jesse is like, I'm the bad guy. Walt's still trying to act like I'm the husband, I'm the father, I'm the school teacher. I'm just doing this for my family. It's only for the cancer. Like all this bullshit that he's telling himself when he should just be like, I'm the bad guy.
Well, that's a great transition into the next scene because we get to see if Walt really believes it. He shows up to Los Pollos Hermanos. He meets Gus, who has an offer for Walt, but Walt is actually there to give him his resignation. First and foremost, are you guys surprised? Before I even get further into the scene, are you surprised that Gus was this civil? Almost like two old friends. Like, it's good to see you. Shook his hand. Given that we know that Gus found out that Walt is Hank's brother-in-law in the season 2 finale. Did any of this surprise you? Were you expecting more of a conversation about that? Or do you think that Gus is so buttoned up that he probably knew that about Walt way back when?
Knew what?
That he had a brother-in-law who's in the DEA. Like, you think Mike might have found that out, or
I don't think
he. No, I don't think he knew. I think he
Nah.
was genuinely surprised when we found out.
you surprised that
when
he didn't
did.
say anything?
Nah,
He
that's
was
Nah,
still
because
willing
that's
to work with
Gus.
him?
Yeah, that's Gus.
and that's
Like, he
leverage.
gonna see this out. Yeah, and good point, Mo. That's leverage. I thought this conversation was perfect, and it leads into how good of a villain that Gus is. Like we see this conversation, we hear the offer, we know Walt gonna take this deal. I don't give a fuck what he say in this moment, but we know the Walter White that we've come to know, he's going to take this deal. He can't not do it.
Yeah.
So
$3 million
listening
for
to
3
Gus,
months.
yeah, listening to Gus and laying this case out, and I'm not even gonna try to convince you. I'm just gonna let you have it. You can go think about it. I ain't gonna say shit else to try to win this negotiation. All I gotta do is tell you, it shows the brilliance of Gus because he know who Walt is. He knew who Walt
So
was the day he met him.
this Walt being more performative in regard to,
Absolutely.
I'm choosing to change in my life. I
All
want
of
my
that's
family over
bullshit.
this. I'm not a criminal. This is
All of
not
that's
me.
bullshit.
All of that stuff. Fair.
All that's bullshit.
Walt is flabbergasted. He's really
Yeah.
when he gets the $3 million offer, he's flabbergasted. He thinks about it and still says no. And then, like you said, Gus gets up with a handshake, and I'm sure he's thinking because that's what I thought as while I was watching.
You'll be
it,
back.
You'll be back.
Like even the look on Walt's face when he walk off. Like he couldn't, like he's trying to process like $3 million. Oh, like he can't turn that shit down. Come on.
Yeah, it's I forgot to say it on the last scene with him and or the scene before that with Skyler. Skyler, she kept it peace. She was like, "Listen, I won't tell your brother-in-law. I won't tell my sister. I won't tell nobody. Sign them papers." But he should have just like, "What are we talking
Sign the
about?
papers, right?
You're
They didn't even
tripping."
know. Yeah.
Like, because even if you stop selling meth, she's not going to take you back in this moment. So you can be like, okay, I'm gonna quit this. Nah, she's not taking you back. It's we too far past that moment. So for the fact that he was just still like, nah, I ain't not, bro. You tripping? You lost. Again, and that's why you know, he looks at Jesse and he looks down on Jesse, but Jesse's actually on the, I think he's on the upward trajectory when Walt is on a downward trajectory because he's
Good point.
Jesse's already lost stuff. Walt is not willing to lose, which is part of his ego. I'm not going to lose my wife. I'm not going to lose.
He can save everything.
He think he can save everything, so he's manipulating all of it. But Jesse's embracing like, I lost Jane. I charged it to the game. I'm on an upward trajectory as far as I'm ready now. So tying it back, going back to the Gus scene, that was brilliant. I didn't even think about that till I said it. But Gus saying, I still want to give you the offer. I still want to, which is fire because he just knew, and he knew like when he met.
That's South sales. That's like, I'm not letting you. You got to hear this.
Yeah, and then he met him that night. He knew that like Walt is not as buttoned up and professional as he's trying to lead on. He's seen his partner earlier that day at Los Pollos Hermanos. So he you know, and that, when they first met, so he know like, bro, you ain't got it all together like that. This is your partner. This is your man's. Like, so, you know, I'm gonna throw this ball in your court, and we're gonna see what happens. But that was excellent. And then we don't get to reveal. I don't know here, but tying it in kind of a little bit of the Better Call Saul storyline. Does he still have his guy?
Who?
I guess he does because he's in this series. His guy.
The
other chemist
with the curly hair. Yeah, dude with the curly hair.
Other chemist.
That's an interesting timeline because I'm not sure. Like I did. Well,
he's in the series. So I'm like,
in school. Dude got to be in school right now.
Right.
No spoilers, of course.
Yeah, we ain't named no name.
I think dude got to be in school right now, right? And the thought process is we get Walter started, and Walt's a better chemist than he is, so I'm gonna get Walter started, then I teach him Walt's method. Okay. I think that's a thought process.
Okay.
Yeah. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say to the points that we're making, Walter White is broken bad at this point. So Gus knows that he's one of the few people in this series that does know that other than Skyler. And he's like, look, bro, yeah, you can talk all that family shit, but I'm gonna make you this offer and I'm expecting to hear from you. He ain't tell him that, but he walked away like that. And Walt looked at him walking away like, I'm gonna probably have to call you. And there's no reason for it. There's absolutely no reason. Walt already said, this is the most money I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know what to do with it or how to spend it. He already got that. But there's still this pull from him on a sense of, oh, I can do this. Oh shit. And it's so greatly done in this scene, and it sets up so much for who we know Walt to be, who we know Gus to be, and I think this was brilliantly done.
All right, we get to the final scene of the episode. We're back in Mexico, but we're headed to Texas. There's a loudmouth in the truck, letting everyone know what he knows. How many times he's made the trip, the job that he had waiting for him, how good he is with the paint, like painting cars. Then he points out the boots of the twins, notices them, and then gets real quiet. The twins look at each other, and then you hear gunshots from inside the truck. The driver pulls over to try to figure out what's going on. He gets shot too. I don't know if they smoking DeJorms. I don't know what they smoking, but they shoot the truck. Enjoy, you see a Spike Lee's head popped up when I said DeJorms.
Hey, are those them Indian cigars?
They like cloves.
The black cigarette, them little black cigarettes. Yeah,
like
you had to be in the trenches.
Hold on, hey, hold on. I'm gonna look it up because I think there's a version of that I was in the trenches with.
If you know about, if you smoked the DeJorms and know about the DeJorms, you was living a different life.
You was in the trenches if you smoked them, bro. The little black cigarettes. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, absolutely. DeJorms, man. I used to buy packs of DeJorms, man.
Man. Hey, y'all know. Hey, listen, I was on that.
I was in the trenches.
I don't know if y'all know about them wild horses. It might. I don't know. It might be a Midwest thing, but the wild horse is like another version of them joints, bro. Them things. Yeah,
they was close.
Yeah, they was same thing. Like dollar whole pack, $1.75, bro.
Nah, this shit, DeJorms wasn't $1.75.
They wasn't cheap. They was just like clove cigarettes. Like, it was nasty behavior.
I'm looking at them. Let me see.
You look up the
DeJorms. You said Wild Horse?
Yeah, Wild Horse.
Wild Horse like natural cigarettes, I believe.
They're like cigars. they're like cigarettes, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah, but them DeJourns is different though. A different smell. Like you smoking them.
they rebranded them to like the BLK or whatever. I ain't never.
Nah, it's
yeah.
DJ. Yeah, DJ ARUM. Yeah, it looks
RUM.
like that's the same, but
Yeah,
that
you
white
was in the
box that you
trenches
see,
when you
all
was
that
smoking
shit.
them.
Yeah, that was a different. Yeah, that was a different
All
time.
right, text me about that. Like, give me some, send me a voice note. Give me some context. I like to, tap your word a little bit about them.
Yeah,
I try to forget that. I try to forget that guy.
yeah, that was a different time right there. I ain't even
I
gonna
try to
hold
forget
you,
that
boy.
guy. It was
Nah,
smoking
man.
the George.
That was all the way
So
outside.
y'all could let me
That
interview.
was-
Y'all could let me interview y'all for real, because I be every corner and crevice of.
Man,
I would
nigga,
answer
them
too. If I knew we was
DeJourns-
getting interviewed, I would
Yeah,
answer.
Hey,
All right.
nigga,
But the
them
twins,
DeJourns was like, I know I ain't supposed to be in here. Ain't no reason for me to be in here.
Yeah.
so we see
Oh
them shoot. We
shit.
see them shoot the truck in the gas tank. Enjoy the jorms. Walk off on some Michael Bay Bad Boys 2 type shit as the truck explodes. Still holding that mystery. Still not knowing exactly who they are. Still not even knowing what their purpose is or why they shot all these people in this truck. And that's how the episode ends. So, fellas, what do y'all think about this final scene with the cousins slash twins? Like I said, we don't have any answers, so we don't know why they started just spraying everybody. We don't know what the symbol on their boots mean, but we do know they some bad motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's hard because we're in. I guess we're getting into 2010, right around this season, maybe, right?
Yeah, this came out May 2010.
So it's hard because post 2010, when we get introduction of characters that are going to be around, we're getting major. Like what comes to mind for me is like Walking Dead. When we got introduced to like Negan, for those that watch Walking Dead, yo, that was crazy when we got introduced to him. So it's like I like the Salamanca twins, but it's like they're on the rewatch. It's just not that epic like they're trying to make it.
Facts.
In the beginning, you see them crawling, and then they're in the little space. You see the Heisenberg drawing, and then at the end, you're shooting these nobodies. You know what I mean? It's like it's just not that epic like they're making it. They look like badasses, and we appreciate it, but it's like it's not that epic like that. What would have made it more epic is like if they had got like, what is it, Gomi? Like, let's say they made it Albuquerque, and Gomi was out there searching for something, and they got Gomi up out of here. Then be like, damn, these dudes is ruthless. They got Hank's partner up out of here. Then I mean. And again, they could have built it right, not like on some TV magic, but like it was like I don't really know these people, and I don't care for real. I like them later down the series, but the introduction of them starting and finishing the episode, it was just like so.
Lack of dialogue. I agree with you 100%, Mo. It's like, and I know people talk about our comparisons, but we did The Sopranos, and you talk about the introduction of Ralph, the introduction of Richie, the
Yeah.
introduction of Johnny Sack, the introduction of Phil. We can go to The Wire when you introduce to Marlo, when you introduce to Chris, when you introduce to Snoop. Like all of these characters, when you rewatching it, you're like, oh, I remember. Like,
So even Lost.
Oh, you lost. Like, yeah, we meet the different characters.
What's the dude? The ball? I forgot the ball dude. The dude that's crazy. Like, yeah, him. When you get introduced to him.
The dude named Ben, like the crazy motherfucker when they time traveled, or the Asian dude when the thing landed there. Like, yeah, you're right. To even bring up Lost, like when you rewatch those things and you see those characters, it's just like, oh shit, like it's about to like I remember what happens when he gear, and we see these twins like having the benefit of watching the first time. We like, like nothing, ain't nothing gonna like these niggas just lurking around for a couple episodes, and then they like whatever happens to them happened to them. Like there's no real significant dialogue. There's real no significant impact amongst other characters with these twins. It's just like they're there lurking around, and it don't mean much on a rewatch because you already know it. First watch, you're right, Mo. Like it was, oh shit. Like who are they? What they got going on? Why they got these boots on? What's the thing with them like carrying the axe? Like, oh shit, it's about to be exciting. But we know what happens, and it's like
because they're the opposite of Tuco.
Yeah.
Tuco is on drugs.
Uneventful.
He's loudmouth. He's off the kilter. Them guys opposite. Don't talk at all. More structured.
There's
unified. So I get where they were going in it, But in a rewatch, it's like
It don't
I
hit.
I just wish they would have had something more epic for the introduction. That's all. I like them.
Facts.
I ain't mad at them, but we just needed more, just a little bit, something more significant. We don't know these people. They're crawling on the ground like
Y'all niggas so jaded, man. Y'all niggas so jaded. This shit crazy.
these niggas on some Rugrats
What
vibes.
you
Like,
mean?
what are we talking about, bro?
It wasn't
What you
that
mean,
bad
Rich?
as what y'all saying it, man. It's really not. Like,
I
there's
ain't
got to
even
be
saying
some
it's
mystery
bad. I'm
to
just
it.
saying it's not epic
Not
though.
what you're saying about the epic part. Okay, I get it. It doesn't like ring any. It's not up there with the famous introductions to other characters. But it's not as bad as mainly Mo. Mo, you just went in on it. I don't think it's that bad. I'm not mad at the intro. You leave this episode, especially knowing that you don't know anything about them. It left me thinking, like, who the fuck are these dudes? Like, why did they just do that? Like, what's going on?
This
So
time,
that alone, yes, even still, because I know who they are, but still, it just I don't remember why they did what they
where's it
did,
going? Yeah.
or if there's a reason. But either way, it's enough for me to be like, all right, then cool. Like it didn't. I wasn't sitting there nitpicking it. That's why I say y'all jaded, man. But it's all
Nah,
Nah,
good.
they could have been.
what
They could have been
podcasters?
more clear about this, though, Rich. To your like, we find out later
I like
like
the mystery.
who they related to, and like that should have been clear in the introduction. It would have been more epic. It would have hit hard. Like we should
But
know
why?
who they are. Why not? You know what I'm saying?
It
There's
can't.
no reason to keep it secret. Like there's no,
Yeah,
there's
because
absolutely
they're
no
not they're not
fucking
But
they're
isn't
not.
there? But
they're not-
isn't once you see them wreaking havoc for an episode or two, don't you feel like it's some kind of payoff when you find out? Oh, that's a Salamanca.
You skipping it to an episode or two right here in this moment.
The intro.
Why do I give a fuck about them crawling through Mexico, blowing up this mule truck? I don't care. Who
You
are
know,
y'all?
you know what could have happened. Again, I'm in the middle, Rich, because I like the mystique. Here's what they could have did. Give us if y'all gonna finish off, they're gonna blow up the thing, whatever. Skip all of that trying to be Michael Bay type stuff. Have them drive off, and as they walk in, they get their suits and stuff back. And as they walk into whatever building in Mexico or Texas, you hear that bing, 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 bing. And we're like, oh shit.
Okay,
Because
I'm with that.
because at the beginning we already seen Walter White. So
I'm
we
with
know
that.
that's their mission. And at the end we hear that bing, bing, bing. We're like, oh.
Hire him
Okay.
up. I'm with you. I'm with that. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. But I also wasn't mad at what they did. Just
Okay.
in the sense of it is what it is. Now,
I
from
wasn't
a
mad the
rewatch
first time
perspective,
around. I'm mad
yeah,
this
from a
time.
rewatch perspective, it is one of those like, all right, then whatever. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't have any kind of major weight to the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
But these two, from me, I remember big stuff that happens. I can't remember if the big thing that I'm thinking about in the parking lot happens this season or next.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's this season.
Involving them. Yeah, so I remember them in their role, and of course from Better Call Saul. But I just wasn't as it didn't turn me off as much as it did for y'all. So that's it. That's our episode, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Before we get out of here, we got to get to some categories, as always. Starting out between Walt and Jesse, who had the more interesting plot this episode.
I think it's pretty clear as well.
Yeah, it's Walt.
Yeah, wasn't enough time spent with Jesse.
Yeah, Walt for sure. Favorite conversation.
Yeah, this is tricky.
Mine is Skyler and Walt at the dinner table when she tell him he's a drug dealer. That's one of my favorite scenes of this whole series.
That's my favorite scene. I don't know if it's my favorite conversation.
That
You're
was
right.
my favorite conversation.
Do we have favorite scene in our category?
We have favorite conversation and favorite scene.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So favorite conversation. Yeah, I think so. I think that works. The Skyler and Walt, because that reveal. Because I watch again. This being only my second rewatch, my first rewatch. The reveal in that moment, I'm like, oh, I'm acting surprised. I'm like, oh, she know. Like it was mind blowing. My reaction was Walt's reaction. So that's definitely my favorite conversation.
Understood. My favorite conversation was Gus and Walt. Just I think Spike Lee said it earlier. We don't believe you. You need more people. Like nobody believes you. Gus didn't believe you. We as the viewers didn't believe you. As good as you tried to make it sound, you tried to sound convincing. You know what? As soon as you heard that 3 million, that's typically when you break. No pun intended. But now you sitting there like, you know what? I got more money than I can spend. I don't have my family. This is more important to me. And the way Gus just looked at him and said, all right, then shook his hand and bet. he knew to plant that seed of what the offer was, and now it made me think of, all right, then at what point do we get Walt to reconsider this? Like, what? Once again, what
What
happens?
happens? Yeah.
This is something I said at the end of last season, where we finally hit a point to where, and it took a while, but we finally hit a point to where I'm ready to watch the next episode after I finish one, just to
Facts.
and part of this might be just for full disclosure, it might be me just forgetting certain things.
Yeah, me too.
Like certain, I remember the big stuff, but I don't remember the connection on how we got there. So part of it is that, and the other part is just I think the story has got more interesting.
Yep.
And I'm ready to pick it up. So favorite conversation was definitely Gus and Walt, just because Walt was the only person in the room that didn't believe it. And then also, as I mentioned, my favorite scene was the Walt and Skyler in the kitchen.
Now my favorite scene is different. My favorite scene is Jesse when they're outside the campfire, and the guy tells the story when Jesse's asking, like, you ever? I mean, it's one thing to disappoint people. Have you ever hurt somebody? And you were off for a second, Rich, but the way he told that story and then he just cut off, like that was one of the best, like one-off characters and one of the best scenes in Breaking Bad, period. I was like, damn, this dude internalized. That was who he was in this moment. And I was just like, God dang, bro. So yeah, that's my favorite scene. Like, it was out of here.
My favorite scene and favorite conversation are the same. This, like, the conversation between Walt and Skyler, and even the scene, like, just him digesting being a piece of shit and his wife knowing and not being able to get out of it. Like, I think it was great. It was brilliant in the sense of, shout out to the person that wrote in, like, he talked about how these people are in this world in the Sopranos and they don't know how to deal with it. I would similar that to Walt in this scene where it's like, bro, you've been selling tons, well, not tons, but a lot of methamphetamine, and you're making tons of money from it, and you ain't got nothing to tell nobody when somebody accuses you of being a drug dealer. You ain't think about that?
Mm-hmm.
So
she said, you make me sick to my stomach, fam.
I gotta throw up. About to leave.
Him saying "fam" like that just made me want to throw up. What? Who took the half measure this episode? Who took the half measure?
There's an obvious, but
who's obvious?
It's Walt, obviously. Like, you should have had something ready. But
I'm going with the obvious. Then I'm going.
It might be the obvious.
I think it's it. I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm going with that. Yeah, because I don't know nobody else.
I try to get clever with these sometimes, but there's not even a clever answer.
Yeah, he's
maybe one of the students in the auditorium or something, but it's really Walt.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we're going with that.
Facts.
If for nothing else, for being the last person to believe the truth. Put that alone. But yeah, who took the full measure? Who's the MVP this episode?
Actually, Skyler.
Skyler. Actually, I'm gonna say Vince Gilligan for the Salamanca twins. He took the half measure. All right, full measure.
Full measure, Skyler. That should be trips.
Yeah, and we got trips to start the season. At least we do. Look at Mo trying to be contrary. Mo trying to be contrary.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
Submit.
Hey, pause, dude. Goodness, great. Don't ever say
submit is pro.
Don't say submit to me ever in life, bro. Who are you? Whoa. Let's have a drink first.
We'll go Game of Thrones. Some Game of Thrones.
You gotta wait for that.
You gotta wait for. All right, we'll go Skyler. That's fair. Let's make it. Let's keep it smooth here.
Just like Walt,
that's funny.
You didn't want to believe it. You knew you were gonna. We knew you were gonna commit or submit.
I really was close to. I was really close to Gus though. I was really close to like the full measure of saying, well, let me extend the offer and play it off cool like that. Because like if I come off like I ain't tripping, that's gonna make you really desire that. You know what I'm saying? If we
got the answer this episode, I would have been. I think I would have been with you.
That's fair.
Given that we didn't get the answer, I think it's okay to leave him off. How do we rank this episode? Is it a mid pack? Is it a 96.2, or is it Blue Magic? Blue Magic being the best, mid pack being the lowest. Where are we ranking this?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a Blue Magic for Breaking Bad. Season openers. I'm ranking it not against Sopranos, but just in Breaking Bad season openers. So if I look at this as a season opener, they did everything tremendously better. All of the civilian stuff I cared about. I talked about my gripes in season 2 and 1 about y'all taking us back into the civilian stuff we don't care about. Y'all made me care this episode. I cared about Jesse and his rehab and those stories. I cared about, Walt, and even at his school and his job, which I don't really care that much about him at the job, but I cared seeing him like crash out about the stats and like this is the 50th worst. Like y'all made me care about this. What is going to happen between Skyler and Walt? The Marie and Hank coming in. Like it's time. Like all that. Like y'all made me care about it. See, I did the civilian stuff good. Y'all threw in a little bit of the drug dealing part, and so for Breaking Bad season opener standards, for me, this is an excellent episode. It's a lower tier in the sense of Blue Magics, but it's hot. It's for season openers. I got to do that. So
Yeah, I gotta agree with light blue magic. It ain't that deep dark blue. It's like Carolina blue. You know what I'm saying? It's like Carolina blue, Rich.
I like
You know
that.
what I'm saying? Like it almost.
Yeah.
But
That's a bad
for the
analogy
standards-
because Carolina blue is the elite blue. That's
your guy. That's your
cream of the
people.
crop. That's the top. That's the highest tier you can get to. So
Yeah, this like Carolina blue, like in the sense of it's better than the other ones. It still ain't reached that peak yet, but it does have me way more intrigued.
Way more, yeah.
I'm way more intrigued now than I have been for any of the previous 2 seasons. Who are these 2 twins? What Walt gonna do with the accusation of being a drug dealer? Where does Saul fall into this? Well, we gonna hear more from Good. I'm so interested now in everything else that's about to happen. Like I got a lot of shows on my list that I need to watch, but I think I may watch Breaking Bad when we get through with this, just because I want to see what's next. So
100%.
definitely light blue magic.
I'm giving it a 96.2. It's
Oh
right in the
wow.
middle.
Okay.
Something about it just doesn't feel right giving it blue magic. It didn't blow me away. It was definitely what you both said was tremendous, and I agree with it. Completely different change of pace from the other 2 seasons. It just didn't wow me. I was happy and I'm pleased with the direction, but I felt like I would have been the opposite of Walter White when the dude asked him for the grade. Like, I feel like I'd have just been giving it to him just because. Like I feel like if I gave it blue magic, I wasn't convicted for it. And I'm sure there's going to be other episodes that are hands down blue magic that I would look at and I'm like, yo, that one doesn't belong in the same category as this.
I wish I was keeping track of all of our rankings, because if I did, then I'll look back at some of the ones and just kind of see what y'all think. But
I can probably make it a project. I'm not going to say that.
we ain't got to worry about it.
That's a shot at you, Rich. Because Most saying I did that for good honors, but you ain't.
I had to go back though. Like, let me tell you, I had to go back and go to the end of every
You can
episode.
see, I picked up on it. Look at this nigga Spike insinuating shit.
Look, he's good.
I know Mo, man.
He's good. He's good.
He said that's a shot. Hey, Spike didn't waste no time. That's a shot, Rich. That's a shot.
Just in case you didn't get it. Just in case you weren't aware, that is a shot at you, Rich.
Oh
He's
yeah.
talking directly to you. He's talking directly to you, Rich. That shit hilarious, man.
Yeah.
But hey, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back, man. We wrapped up season 1 of episode 3, No Mas. We'll be back next week with season 3, episode 2. Please remember to reach out to us. Instagram, NMHM _Breaking Bad. Email us at nomorehalfmeasurespod@gmail.com. Send those chemical reactions. Until then, we out.
Keep cooking.